Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to L Dust Boxing. Back with the live stream, man. You know what I'm saying? Bugging off this Shaka Khan and shit. Y'all know where that came from. That Bud Crawford stuff. So, salute to everybody coming through the building. You know what I'm saying? Once again, we in here talking about this boxing. The latest news and notes of the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to drop a comment. If you guys listen to the playback, feel free. You know what I'm saying? Leave something in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? We talking about this boxing. About to get to it. So once again, salute to everybody, man, coming through. So first and foremost, let's talk about Bud Crawford, man. The whole, situation with his fight last weekend and what happened afterwards, you know what I'm saying? Or actually before with Bob Arum and all that good stuff. So, you know, the fight with Kell Brook, it was he started off. We all saw the fight. We all know what it is. No need to overanalyze it. But going into that fight, I wanted to see was Bud gonna get the respect and gonna get the was he gonna get the credit for beating Kell Brook? Because they said this is his biggest name that he's fought, which is true. The best guy at 147, which is true by name. You know what I'm saying? So and it was a comparable fight to Earl Spence. So you know what I'm saying? And then he went in there, took care of business, and then, of course the narrative gonna change because Bud, he's like many other great fighters we had, you know what I'm saying? They can fight one guy, you know what I'm saying, and then they won't give him credit, but somebody else fight that same guy, then they get the credit. You know what I'm saying? But it was a good performance. As soon as he turned southpaw, it was a wrap for the fight. I thought Brooks started off nice, had a nice jab. He wasn't dominating the fight. He was just winning the battle of the jab, which is straight, you know what I'm saying? No knock to him. But Bud, he just on another level. So now we gotta say Brook is Brook is washed up. He's he's a shell of himself. But before the fight, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of people picking him. So, you know what I'm saying, you just gotta keep the same energy and just give Bud the props. And I think it's better if you just give him the props and then it make for the next fight even better. We can build up both fights. As far as the viewership, you know what I'm saying, one of the highest viewerships, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people was watching it, whether they was watching him to lose or they was true Bud fans, I don't know. But, it's still good numbers. So salute on that. You know what I'm saying? Bud does good numbers on ESPN. I know Benavidez fight was a good number. I'm not sure about Egas. Not sure. He's not a pay-per-view star by no stretch of imagination, but definitely one of the best fighters in the world. Like, no matter what you got against him or if you fought him or whatever it is, I think we all can agree to that. Now the Bob Arum situation, he said he losing money on Bud. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is. It's not like he haven't done this before. We seen this with Rigondeaux. He even did it with Floyd. You know what I'm saying? He was criticizing Floyd because he couldn't sell out Grand Rapids when he fought Philip Endo. So stuff like this been going on. So no real big shock. We all know Bud, if you want to get those big fights, Earl Spence, Keith Thurman, Porter, you know what I'm saying, Dan Garcia, those fights, he has to go to PBC. That's not no big secret. We all know this, you know what I'm saying? So ain't nobody really, hide from that fact. The Pacquiao fight, I don't think so, really. I think those guys, they had a deal done without PBC. You know what I'm saying? Well, while excuse me, Pacquiao on PBC, so I don't necessarily think he need to go to PBC to make the Pacquiao fight because that fight was pretty much set. You know what I'm saying? Just the country had their own rules and regulations about COVID-19. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if that fight would have went down. So, and that's an important fight because whoever between Spence and Bud gets Pacquiao on their resume, like they the man. Like they the man in the sport. You feel me? So we'll see. But the Bob Arum thing, I think Bud, I can't really fault the man for signing with and securing his family, you know what I'm saying, financially and stuff like that. That's what he did when he re-upped with Top Rank. You know, everybody was saying, well, he should have signed with PBC. which is a logical choice because they had all the fighters. But I also remember PBC was getting a lot of flack because uh, a lot of their fighters only fighting once or twice a year. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, until they start getting that, so they got that Fox deal, they started to be a little bit more active. You know what I'm saying? The big time fighters on PBC gonna only fight 2 times a year. I mean, the one who's making the most money in boxing only gonna fight 2 times a year because their purse can't take more than that. You know what I'm saying? They got a guaranteed purse. They can't fight 3, 4 times a year. So 2 times a year is good for a top guy in the sport of boxing. So um that's how I looked at it. But hey, this Bud and top rank thing, I mean, shoot, if they don't want to deal with him no more, it's easy work. That's fine. To me, I think he at the point in his career where he need to be searching after the big fights. And whatever he have to do to make those big fights, that's where he gotta go. And it seems like PBC is the way to go. You know what I'm saying? Especially get the Spence fight, which everybody want to see. So I'm down with it. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, man. I know he should have a mandatory man called. His last mandatory was December. They could push it back. I know he's trying to get the Pacquiao fight. And I would say, I like the Spence fight. Like I think the Spence fight is ready now. You know what I'm saying? He gotta do what he gotta do to get that fight because it makes perfect sense. Spence don't have no obligations if he beat Danny Garcia. He don't have no obligations. Now you can say, well, he got the IBF mandatory. Quadratilo is still in place as the IBF mandatory, but they was willing to do an interim title with Lipinets and that guy. Why they can't do it again to make the biggest fight in boxing? You know what I'm saying? So I don't think the mandatory gonna be in the way. You know what I'm saying? So I think this fight actually is closer than what a lot of people think. And it all has to depend on the money, how much money is in the pot. I always thought that Spence and Bud, that fight not gonna happen until the pot is running over. You know what I'm saying? Which means, let's say, instead of having 40 million in the pot for both fighters, they gotta have like 80 million or 100 million. That way, both guys can negotiate a proper split. I mean, I would say Spence has the upper hand in that. I think 60-40 not bad. If they can negotiate some other stuff, I think 60-40 not bad, honestly. You know what I'm saying? If you really look at it. But if Bud get Pacquiao, then I think it's 50-50. Or maybe he can argue that he can get a little bit more. But I'm not mad at it. Just for the sake of getting the fight and what Boston fans has to go through, you know what I'm saying, not getting the fights we want, whatever, I would say 60-40 is fair. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't the one at the negotiation table. My thing is, we know Bud and Spence are number 1 and 2, no matter how you want to flip it. So that fight should happen, regardless of whatever money, whatever the split is, or whatever the politics of of boxing is. That fight should happen, and that's how boxing should be. So I don't really care about the splits and whatnot, but I just talked about it just for the sake of for this fight to happen. If you have to accept that, so I'm with it though. But I think it was a good performance. I don't think it hurt no standing or nothing like that. Um, I don't think nothing changed in my eye with him and Bud. Him and Spence. I think him and Bud and Spence is a 50-50 fight. You know what I'm saying? And that's the one guy, like, I rock with Bud. I'm a Bud Crawford boxing fan. You know what I'm saying? For what he doing in the ring. The other stuff, whatever, the media stuff, that ain't my cup of tea. I don't really care. Like, cause I ain't started watching boxing for somebody to acknowledge me. I don't care. I'm gonna watch boxing regardless. You know what I'm saying? I just like his skill set as a boxer. So me, of course, I'll pick him over Spence. But I damn sure see Spence winning that fight. That's how close that fight is because I think both guys can bring the best out of each other, and it's that competitive spirit. I'm glad those guys not buddy buddy. We seen that when they faced off when they met outside of the hooker fight. That competitive spirit and the way they was going at each other, that shit was 100. So we'll see, man. I know Spencer's up next. He got a media workout tomorrow on the YouTube channel. I think it's the Fox YouTube channel, PBC channel. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of eyes gonna be on him. But I want to see Earl because I think he's one of the best fighters in the world, and I think and he's a big star too. You know what I'm saying? He got star power, and he gonna bring him out. So of course, I think that's awesome. What's up, Joe? What's good with you? Steve Kim of ESPN reported Kell Brook was fine after trashing the dressing room. I bet that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he was upset about his performance. You feel me? Salute to you on that, Joe. Salute. Thanks for coming through the building. All right, we're gonna move on. Talk about another hot topic. Canelo Alvarez and Callum Smith has been set December the 19th on the zone. This is a, you know, Canelo is doing like, I guess it's a one off, you know what I'm saying? He wins his option. He's going after his fourth division world title in this fight, facing Callum Smith, who is the super champion at the 168 World Boxing Super Series. I think Callum Smith is number one in the division, in my opinion. That division is close to me. He might, a lot of people might say Plant is number one, or what I'm saying, Benavidez, maybe. And I know Cal Smith is getting a lot of flack because his last performance, it wasn't great. I thought John Wilder, he won that fight. I thought he won that fight. He edged it out. And, so you're only as good as your last fight. So fans only going to remember, what your last fight was. You know what I'm saying? And they're not going, they can't equate it to certain situations like Caleb Plant, he beat Uz Katagi, who was at the time was kind of viewed as a boogeyman of the division. All credit for that. Then he fights Mike Lee, a light heavyweight. I mean, okay. Then he fights Boots. You know what I'm saying? But Kyle Smith, he went to the World Boxing Super Series. I mean, he fought some tough guys. Eric Skallen from Sweden, he retired him. The second fight he had with the kickboxer, that wasn't really so tough. So kind of even out on the resume. But George Groves, that's a resume pusher. So and same with Benavidez. His best win is Andre Durrell, maybe Ronald Graville, Jalen Love. So if you look at their best wins, those guys are right there. Like, so you can say it, I'm not knocking nobody, but you can't knock if I say Kyle Smith is the best at 168. You know what I'm saying? You can't knock mines. You know what I'm saying? If you pick somebody else, you feel me? So I think it's so close it can go either way. You know what I'm saying? But this is a good fight for Canelo. I like this fight. Sporting Advantage was good, man. Salute. What's up with you? I think Smith will win some rounds, but Canelo will fold him. Okay, 9 to 10 rounds. Smith too slow, and Canelo is too good. He has a good chin. That's facts. I agree with that. JC, what's good, bro? Salute. He said Nello gonna stretch this dude. Yes, sir. We'll see. One thing I seen in the I keep calling this dude Zach Ryder, the John Ryder fight that Callum Smith can't fight on the inside. That's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a problem when he fight Canelo, because Canelo he understand distance. He know how to get inside, and he can bang with you. And Callum Smith, what he did, he went against the ropes and basically stood right there. He ain't have no answer for Ryder. So Canelo can do some similar things. But I like this fight because Canelo is fighting somebody around his same age. You know what I'm saying? He's fighting a guy at his natural weight. Now I don't know how this weight clause gonna be. I hope Canelo don't put him on no rehydration clause and whatever, because to me that lose credit. I think, yeah, he signed the contract. I got it. But you saying he's pound for pound, but every time he fights somebody, he got some type of not rematch clause, but rehydration clause, or you know what I'm saying? You gotta weigh this much, and so that's crazy to me. You're the best pound for pound fighter. So that's why I can't give Canelo that edge over Bud, because I don't see Bud putting stipulations on these guys. He don't have to. And I don't think Canelo should too. So that's the only thing. Canelo is a good fighter though. He's a great fighter. He's nice. He do a lot of good things in the ring. His upper body movement, slipping punches. He nice. Got good power. Understand distance. You know what I'm saying? Know how to navigate his way through the ring to the rounds. You know what I'm saying? He don't have to fight the whole 3 minutes. He can fight 20 seconds and win the round. Like that takes smarts, patience, and just a good ass, ring IQ, ring general, ring, just experience at the top level. So I'll give Canelo props. You know what I'm saying? And this is good for the sport because we seen Canelo in action. If he stay busy, that helps bring eyes to the sport. You know what I'm saying? And to keep the sport in the limelight, which we all love. And Callum Smith, I think he's the top guy at 168. No matter who you think, it's not if you got somebody ahead of Callum Smith, it's not by much. So I salute Canelo. He going after his fourth world title. So that's what's up. Fourth division world title. So that's what's up right there. All right, let's see what we got next. So I want to talk about just a little little news and notes I want to speak on. Nothing really, just general stuff that's going on, stuff that I've read and I saw earlier. I saying that Jojo Diaz and his mandatory, what's his name, Slava Ragmamov, Southpaw, he a killer. This guy's a killer. He's the IBF mandatory. I heard they got their purse bid postponed. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good fight, and that's a dangerous fight for Jojo. Renee Bajan, salute. That's a dangerous fight for Jojo Diaz. Now I know Jojo Diaz and Tevin Farmer had a rematch clause. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know what's going on with that. So maybe they still got something legally binding. I don't know. Um, Jojo went in there and beat him in January, and then Jojo signed with MTK. So signing with MTK, for a lot of people that don't know, it helps these fighters at the negotiation table. You know what I'm saying? Because you have somebody big time that's gonna back you and speak on your behalf. Maybe get you some extra money. Maybe can get you, some extra stipulations. Maybe can get you whatever they can get you and can market you and make sure everything is on the up and up. So maybe JoJo got MTK to get him out of that deal. You know what I'm saying? Get him out of that contract the same way Tyson Fury tried to get out the Deontay Wilder situation. You feel me? They both went MTK. So you gotta read between the lines. But JoJo versus that mandatory, that's a tough, dangerous fight. And 130 is a decent division. Got some good names in there. You can have some good matchups if they fight each other. So I'm looking forward to that one. See what JoJo gonna do. He just had a baby too, so salute to him. Uh, the WO just ordered Joe Smith versus Max Vlasov. Vlasov, I think he had fights with Ramirez, Zerdo Ramirez at 175. He fought at cruiserweight. He fought in the World Boxing Super Series, Part 2. Um, he's a good fighter from Russia, durable. You know what I'm saying? I think he's like 42-3, 41-3. So he been around the block. Joe Smith, one of my favorite fighters, man, because he just a hard worker, put his nose to the ground and come to fight. You know what I'm saying? I like fighters like that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing crazy about him. He just come to fight, try to get you up out of there. And he had a good year. He had a great year actually. He uh he beat up on Jesse Hart in January, and then what I'm saying he stopped with Leda Alvarez. So I'm saying that was dope right there. So I want to see that fight, Joe Smith versus Max Vlasov. The WO ordered that. They got 20 days to negotiate, and then they gotta make a deal. Both guys are co-promoted by Top Rank, so should be an easy fight to make. Easy fight. Um, I asked about this fight on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? And then like a week later they started talking about it. Well, I asked about Joe Smith. But it makes sense because Vlasov they supposed to have a WO tournament. Uh so part of it was Joe Smith versus Alvarez. So Joe Smith did his job, and then Vlasov versus Salamov. Those guys supposed to fight in Russia on the Arthur Beterbiev undercard, but it kept getting pushed back, and then finally, Salimov got COVID-19, so WO just decided to make these guys for the vacant WO title, which is outstanding. Smith is tough. He demolished Alvarez. Yeah, he broke him down, stopped him late. Big, strong kid. He's probably one of the best fighters that haven't won a world title, so that might come to an end pretty soon. So we'll see. They'll probably fight the first quarter of 2021. I'm guessing they might fight in January, maybe. We'll see how the Top Rank schedule work out. Yeah, so we'll see. I'm happy for Joe Smith. And the winner of Joe Smith and Basov, they can get Arthur Beterbiev in a 3-belt unification. That's dope. Because if Joe Smith wins, who I'm thinking can going to win that fight is the favorite. Him versus Arthur Beterbiev, it's crazy. That's a crazy fight. All right, so something else I want to talk about. Katie Taylor fought last weekend. She had an outstanding performance. You know what I'm saying? 10 rounds, unanimous decision. She dropped to, Gutierrez, who was her mandatory challenger in the WBA. She dropped her, and then she just, being Katie Taylor. So, good thing. She got over 2 million views across social media and whoever watched the fight. That's dope because women's boxing need that type of appeal. I think Katie Taylor is number 2 behind Carissa Shields. My personal opinion, I think Carissa Shields is a better fighter, but I'm not mad at her being like the Ring Magazine has a number 1 pound for pound. I'm not mad at that because if you really look at like the skills and stuff like that, I think Carissa's a better fighter. But there's some things that Katie does that Carissa, haven't showed all the way through. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Jalik? I'll drop it right now. I dropped the link. You want to jump on? Um, she does some stuff. She can do some good things in the ring too. And plus, if you look at how Kay Taylor won her titles, a lot of her titles she actually beat the champion. You feel me? And that's something to be said to talk about. Carissa won a lot of bacon titles. It's like a catch-22 to that. Carissa won a lot of bacon titles, but if the title wasn't vacant, like you wouldn't favor the other girl over Carissa. So it's kind of a catch-22. But I think Carissa is my the best fighter. I think she's the best fighter, women's fighter. But they want to rank Kay Taylor. I'm not mad. She got all the accolades just like Carissa Shields do. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. But that's dope that she got over 2 million views across all these platforms, man. That's what it is. I ain't mad at that. All right. So I want to talk about December. Yo, December, it's gonna be a good month too, just like October was. I think November is a little slow, you know what I'm saying? A little bit slow. But December it's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna touch on it real quick. Let me send this out. Yeah. I think it's gonna be crazy, bro. Damn, shit got wet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. That shit tripping. My bad, fellas. My bad. But now December, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna start off with Billy Joe Saunders, December the 4th. You know what I'm saying? He's coming back. He's been on the ring for a minute. He's facing Martin Murray, you know what I'm saying? Uh the 5th, I think, who is it? Yeah, it's the 5th. You got Anthony Yarde versus Liddell Arthur. That's a good fight right there. You know what I'm saying? Light heavyweight. That's a good fight. Let me see if I can put this shit in the chat. That's a good fight right there. I'm looking forward to that one. That's supposed to have been the Tyson Fury date. They're supposed to put that on pay-per-view, but he had to back out the fight. What else you got? Neutral Natural, I see you. What's good? I high key don't care about none of the December fights. Bet I feel you. I feel you. Why you don't like the December fights? They look pretty good to me. What happened? Put that in the chat, Neutral Natural. What did the December fights do to you? Why you don't like them? Cause I think it's pretty dope. That's December 5th. Then you got Earl Spence and Dan Garcia that same day, December 5th. You know what I'm saying? The undercard not too tough, but the The main event is worth talking about because Earl Spence. It got a nice little storyline with him coming back after the car wreck, so that's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? The 12th, you got heavy, you like heavyweights. You got Joseph Parker. He gonna fight Junior Fa. That's a big fight in New Zealand. That's gonna be on the zone. AJ versus Pulev. You know what I'm saying? Defending his titles. That's December 12th. They got a nice little undercard too with some good heavyweight fights. Well, I don't know about Huey Fury versus Marius Wack, but the other one's good. But Coley versus Kuzman is a good fight. Okoli is going for his first world title against Gowacki. That's a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what you say. That's a good fight. Hey, I'm gonna drop the link. Hold check. I got you. I'm gonna drop in the chat. Let me get myself together. There's none of those fights I want to see. Earl Spence. Yeah, I agree with that. Especially with that undercard. I don't think it. You know what I'm saying? The undercard trash. Undercard. You know what I'm saying? It's like the undercard. Actually, the fights on the undercard, like the matchups, is actually good. But for it to be on the pay per view, I ain't really rocking with it. To be honest, I ain't rocking with it. Hold on 1 second. What else? December 12th, you got Chris Colbert versus Jaime Arboleda. That's on Showtime. So December 12th is gonna be a busy day of boxing right there. You know what I'm saying? I think you got one more. You got no, that's it. So you got 4 cards that day. Shakur Stevenson fight on that day too. He's fighting Toko Khan Clary. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. I'll put this in the chat. Uh he said PBC Mexican Circus. Okay. The ball, yeah, but I was talking about December though. But yeah, that's November the 28th. The bar versus Joyce is November 28th. But I feel you. That's a good fight. I'm looking forward to that. That's next week. That's next week, bro. Yes, sir. That's a good one. What else we got? December. Nonito Donaire. Well, actually, let me go up a little bit. Charles Conwell. I can't forget about him. He's fighting on NBC. That's December the 17th. Nonito Donaire versus Manny Rodriguez, and then Boots versus Delorme. That's December 19th on Showtime. That's a good one. That's a good little card. Zerto coming back. He's facing Alfonso Lopez. I think Michael Hunter on that card. He's fighting a journeyman. I'll put the link in the chat. So anybody come on, y'all can hop on real quick before I get off. What else we got? Ryan Garcia, that's going down December 26th. They got rescheduled. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Ioka versus Tanaka, New Year's Eve. So like I said, December popping, man. I don't know what Neutral Natural talking about. Maybe he just don't. Maybe he's in the Christmas spirit or something. Maybe he being the Grinch or some shit like that. But yo, December popping, bro. December popping, bro. I don't know what's going on with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be the Grinch and shit in December. Excuse me. What's up, Jaleel?
Yo, what's up, L? What's popping, man? Thanks for having me on. I like your logo, bro. L Dub. I see you, bro. I like it. Let me see if I can figure out the little wings on there. You got a nice little orthodox fighter. He look yeah, that's hot fire, bro.
Appreciate that, bro. What's going on with you?
Just chilling, man. Yeah, just chilling, bro. Just chilling. I hear him talking about the December fights. I was like, what fight? All the fights is like, who kind of gonna win in a sense. The Canelo fight, well, that Canelo fight is interesting. Without a rehydration clause, I see a closer fight than people saying. But homeboy, I think he just having weight problems.
So, yeah, he can't fight. He can't fight on the ropes against Canelo. He gonna lose.
He do got a nice little crack in power. I mean, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's a I don't know. It might not be a rehydration clause because he had a little bit of leverage because homeboy is promoted by Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn pulled off an amazing. He pulled off an amazing move, bro. Eddie Hearn, double agent.
He said Nutri Natural said why Porter couldn't fight in December or Hurd, Lubin, J Rock, Harrison, none of them fight. J Rock fighting December 26th. It hadn't been announced, but yeah.
You got the inside information, bro. Okay.
He's fighting he's fighting Dennis Hogan. Porter, I don't know what Porter gonna do. Hurd, I don't know. Maybe those guys got something going on early next year.
Got something, don't he? Because I seen him restarting training again with Kevin Cunningham.
Yeah, the Lubin. Yeah, so I don't know. I know J Rock supposed to get out
now
in December.
Now you'll be the GOAT if you can tell us who J Rock trainer is. You'll be the GOAT. I won't even play with your name again. Who's his trainer, bro?
Man, you can't play my name now, but I don't know his trainer. I don't know who it is.
I won't even play games with you no more. I bow down to you if you can predict his trainer, bro. Like if you predict that, bro, I was saying Bozy, but we'll see because he in Philly. Bozy Ennis.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll pick Bozy.
My guess, my guess is Virgil Hunter. That's
why?
my guess. Huh?
Because he chinny.
Oh, excuse me. Nah, because
yeah,
he trained out there in California at Snack, and that's right around the corner from his gym. So
okay,
he trained out there. He trained out there for one of those fights. I forgot which one. It may have been the Hurd fight.
John, it's a lot of trainers out there. John David Jackson, Bozy Ennis.
Yeah, John David got 2 fights next week. He said we want more than 2.
So who else is fighting on the 26th?
Of December?
Yeah, who else is fighting on there? I heard Ryan Garcia, right?
Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell. That whole card they got pushed back. They got Franchon on that card too.
Oh, Franchon, okay. That's what's up, bro. Like we'll see what's up with that one because I'm looking forward to that fight out of all the fights, Ryan Garcia and Campbell, because that's a little bit more. It's perceived as a toss up in a sense, and it is closer to see if Ryan can show you more than just knockouts.
Yeah, I think so. I think you have to be a little bit more technical in that fight.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. And then the Earl Spence, I mean, that's like a tune-up fight. I mean, on paper it looks like that's a tune-up, but
that ain't no tune-up fight.
Danny Garcia is a gatekeeper, bro.
How's it a gatekeeper?
Come on, man. You know boxing, bro.
Nah, I'm serious. I want to know how he's a gatekeeper.
Bro, he ain't beat nobody at 147. He living off that American knockout, and which was good. He done some stuff at 140, even though he paid step aside money. But at 147, he never really done nothing.
Nah.
So it's like his style he don't really got a chance. And people keep saying he got all this power. He got all this power. He ain't no big puncher like that. He's solid, but he also don't have the conditioning to finish you, and he don't break you down. That's why Crawford is the best puncher at all. Well, I don't know. Jaron Ennis and Virgil got some crack too, but so far I would say probably Crawford is the best puncher. Yeah, I say 9-3. Danny gonna lose 9-3. Did you see his last fight? Did he land in the left hook against the southpaw? No, he blamed his weight.
He was switching southpaw and was landing like a jab. But I don't think he's not no gatekeeper. Gatekeeper is the guy he fought his last 2 fights.
He's not gonna be. He's like a fringe contender. Like he ain't gonna win no belts. Like he can't beat. Like who can he beat? He can't beat Earl. He can't beat Crawford. He can't beat Virgil. He can't beat Boots.
See, the first 2 are with, but the second 2 you can't really say that though because you don't really know if he can beat those 2.
How is he gonna beat them though?
The same way he been winning fights.
What you mean?
Like I think you underestimating Danny. Maybe you. It's not. But I'm not gonna make him undefeated though. So you don't have to. You know what I'm
saying? So if you was his trainer, what game plan would you have to beat Earl?
I think he has to. He has to sit with him. He has to sit with him. He has to get close to
counter him.
Yep. He has to sit with him. He has to get his jab popping. He don't got to throw like 50, 60 jabs around, but he gonna have to have a nice sharp jab in that fight. And he can't. I think he gonna have to get in range. You know what I'm saying? He can't fight from a distance and let Earl try to box. He gonna have to I think he gonna have to be the aggressor, honestly.
Your arm's too short. Yeah, he is gonna have to, and that's what Angel Garcia said. Well, I like Angel Garcia. If he uses right hand, but I don't he already rich already, so it's like he already accepted defeat. Like he don't want to. That's why I don't really see how he going. Lord, if he prove me wrong, then that hey, but
Oh yeah. I agree with you on that, Neutral Natural. They should be fighting each other. Triple G fighting on the 18th. He fighting the day before Canelo. He
oh,
fighting.
bro, who
Yeah,
watching that? Nobody. Like, come on, man.
I'm watching.
I know you watching it, cause you. I know you watching it, but I never even heard of that guy fighting.
Billy Joe was allowed to. No, he lost his title, didn't he? When he tested positive against Andrade, he lost his title. What he tested positive again?
Say what?
No, I was reading the
You want
comment.
to move up to 168?
No,
Neutral.
no, no. He was saying that Billy Joe was allowed to keep his
No,
title.
he wasn't. He got stripped.
I thought he got stripped too.
That's why he fought the African dude for the vacant.
Well, oh yeah, Kakondako. Yeah, I don't think Danny is no gatekeeper though. He might be like a. He might be.
And I don't see him beating nobody. Like, and plus yeah, I don't see that.
Because a gatekeeper is like the guy that you're not giving no chance to. Now, I think Danny is the. I think.
He's giving him a chance. Like
I
he's
think. No, I give him a chance. I give him a chance against. I just told you.
Look down how he can win 7 rounds though.
I just tell you that.
7 rounds.
I just said it though.
Oh, get on the inside and then do what?
Yeah, he gonna have to let his hands go.
What
you mean?
No, who you sound like? You sound like
no.
Dab Judah that bang, 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 like that bang.
No, he gonna have to. I think I seen something that he can do, but I don't know if he gonna be able to execute it. I seen him doing it. He was trying it out in the Red Cash fight. He was switching to southpaw.
Yeah,
but he was doing it when he got in the inside to get close to him. And I seen Chisora do that to Usyk. He was switching southpaw. I thought he did good when he was switching to southpaw. Actually, he just couldn't maintain the energy. But I don't think, like, when I think of gatekeeper, I think of a guy that don't have no chance of winning. Like,
I don't see how he can win.
I think he can. Like, I think he's dangerous, especially if Earl. Look, you can't. If Earl can box like he did against Mikey, and why would he sit there and try to bang with with Danny? No, I'm just saying why. But that's Danny's really only shot. A lot of people, I agree with that. I think that's Danny's basically only shot is to get him into some exchanges because I don't see him all boxing them and nothing like that. I just see him trying to be a little bit more active and win those fights. I mean, win those exchanges. But if he don't do that, then I don't know what he's gonna do. So, but I don't call him no gatekeeper because any of the other top guys is gonna have a close ass fight with him. We just gotta see what Earl gonna do.
So you think Crawford gonna have a close fight when he? Like
I think it'd be tactical because just like Bud had to wait for Kell Brook, you know what I'm saying? He gonna have to wait for Danny because Danny's not gonna really
Danny. He's gonna get knocked out.
I don't know if he's gonna get stopped because I never seen Danny hurt. I think this how I see Bud. See the way I see it, I think Bud they're gonna be playing like a little cat and mouse game because Danny gonna be sitting there trying to counter everything Bud do. Bud can just pick and poke and get his shots off and be out the way while Danny's still trying to counter, and he'll win a decision like that.
It might go decision because I think Homeboy he ain't gonna try his best and he's gonna get frustrated and just accept. He don't want to be a meme, so he'll just say, you know what, he ain't gonna go out on his shield like the boogeyman debunker Kell Brooks. So might be he'll lose like 11-1, something like that. 12 rounds to 0 or something. I can see that too. But if Danny will be wrong, I'll be happy for the guy actually. But
no, I think Spence gonna win. I think Spence gonna win.
I pick Spence 9-3.
He said he got hold on, man. Neutral Natural. He said no. He kept his title at the fellow PEDs, but it was option. Oh no, I thought.
He lost it, and then he fought for a vacant 168. He did take a fight, but he's a cheater. That's why nobody checks for him. Like that's why he can't make 160 because he can't cheat.
He said 12-0 over Danny. And I don't think nobody beating Danny like that, but hey,
gosh, bro, Danny got you fooled, bro.
No, he don't. I think he's not gonna lose all 12 rounds. Like,
come on, bro, what can he do, bro? Like,
he can win some rounds. He's a good counter puncher. I've seen him cut the ring off before when he want to, but he want to sit back. It all depends on. Like if he let Earl dictate the pace of the fight, then he don't have no shot. You know what I'm saying? He can dictate.
Fight though. Earl gonna come out there with a sharp jab, and Earl can go to the body. He didn't really go to the body against Mikey, but he went to the body a little bit against Sean Porter. I picked him to stop him. He almost did, but
I think
Danny is like doesn't move around in a herky jerky way like Sean Porter, so
but
he can.
ain't nobody. How many people you seen fighting Danny throwing over 50 punches around? You know what I'm saying? He slowed down your pace. So if he slowed down your pace to give him an opportunity, if you look how these rounds be won sometimes. Sometimes these guys not even throwing a lot of punches, and they can land one good shot at the end of the round, and people can give that guy the round. That's how these fights be getting scored most of the time. So if Danny can slow down his pace, you know what I'm saying? Let's say, Earl is pretty active. Let's say he cut that in half and keep him guessing because he is a good counterpuncher. I think he'll have a shot in some fights. He'll have a shot. He might be losing those rounds because Smith might be a little bit more active, but then he can say, well, you know what I'm saying? He didn't do nothing to me. Well, you know how these fighters be talking. Just because you land one punch, they think you really winning the round. So that's why I say that he can slow down. He can slow down anybody's pace. I think. He said
Slow down somebody's pace. You got to have crazy ring generalship like Bernard Hopkins. You think he got great ring generalship like Floyd?
Yeah. No, not like that, but he got good ring generalship for what in this welterweight division. Look what he was doing to Keith in the back half of the fight.
Keith Keith is a fader. He don't got no stamina. His power ain't popping like he ain't the same fighter as Earl.
Look what he was doing to Porter.
Around the ring, unnecessary sometimes too. Earl Spence save a lot of his energy. He don't really, waste a lot of energy, and he just keep it basic with the jab, and then he, show a straight left or whatever, and then he also goes to the body in combination, and then he got a little physical strength, which is Danny is physically strong as well. So I just see if Danny win 2 rounds, I mean, I pick 9-3. I give him maybe 3 rounds.
I don't know why you be doing it to yourself, bro. You don't be giving the guy the credit, and then when it happens, then you gotta come at him.
I mean,
you don't gotta do that.
I'm not high on Danny like that.
Give the guy the credit, man. It's because
I'm high on him. How you gonna tell me to give him the credit and I don't see him beating nobody? That's why you ain't the champ. Like I don't even see it like that. Who is he gonna beat, bro? Like give the young boys a chance. I'd rather see Virgil Ortiz or Boots in there.
I bet
you they got a higher chance.
I think he have an opportunity, but it's just on his game, him and his pop's game plan. I don't know. I don't see him winning like you, but I don't see him losing like 9-3. I don't see him like that. But hey, maybe I don't know.
Huh? You in the prediction league, Champ Ross?
Nah, y'all already been there, done that, man. I'm good.
Why you quit, bro?
So what? I ain't quit. I just don't need it no more. I'm good. I salute everybody on that. That shit was fun. But I'm good.
I think it's even better now. They got money every week. It's different, bro. They just stepped it up. Shout out to Champ Ross.
Yeah, salute to that.
Danny does good. I'll be happy for him. I just don't see how he can win. And it's crazy how he never wanted to give Homeboy a chance. I get it though. I mean, I'm glad Homeboy get an opportunity to be a name on his resume in a sense, but the real fight we want to see is Crawford versus Earl.
Yeah, I want to see that.
They better hurry up because Homeboy is ranked number 7, and in about 2 fights he gonna be ranked number 1. They better quit playing with him.
That's like another year and a half.
No, it's not. You listen. Even with a pandemic, he done 3 times. He just fought in September.
No, but what I'm telling you,
later he coming back. So,
but see what I'm telling you, I don't know. Some stuff got to happen for him to get the WO mandatory. I ain't talking about the other ones, the WO mandatory, because I think that's the highest he's ranked. So you got like who's number 1? Porter number 1.
Porter.
So if Porter is like the mandatory for 2 other sanctioned bodies. So if he decides, it's probably like.
I think Porter might try to. His dad said he might try to go for the number 1 spot, and we'll see. Maybe I'll be happy. I like to see Sean Porter or Crawford. I mean, I think Sean Porter getting knocked out, but we'll see. But we'll see, man. They just better hurry up and make the fight. You still there? Can y'all hear me? Put a thumbs up if y'all can hear me. I don't hear L Dog. L Dub. If y'all can hear me, I don't know if y'all can hear me, man. Something happened to his connection. Let me see. Let me put a thing in there. Yeah, maybe he was on his phone or something. Yeah. Well, I'll hold it down until he get back. I don't know what's going on with his connection. So we was talking about the fight that everybody want to see: Crawford, Errol Spence. I just read somewhere where Earl Spence is saying that in order for the fight to be made, it has to be 60-40. Why is he bringing up money? I'm not sure. That's what you negotiate behind the scenes. Is that a roadblock he's trying to put up? So that way Crawford can be like, oh, no, I want 50-50. And I do notice that Crawford is emphasizing fighting Manny, because if Manny has okay, he said his computer went down. Okay, so I hold it down until he come back. Manny said he want Manny. So if Manny came in, but if I was Crawford, I would just take the 60-40, because the rematch, if they do a rematch, it should be 50-50. And if you're confident in winning, now you got all the belts. Now you be on your Bernard Hopkins thing. And since you're the type person that they claim is in a star, well, she is a star. He just got to make some enhancements, especially if he get with Bob, if he get with PBC, then then that's how it's gonna go. But we'll see how that goes, because like I was stating, Jerron Boots is ranked number 7 in the WBO, and he's fighting in a couple weeks, December 19th. So he's only gonna get closer and closer. And then I think he's ranked like number 9 in IBF. The IBF situation was crazy with Sergey Lipinets and whoever just fought Custio Clayton, which I believe is around ranked number 4 or 5 in the WBO, and he's ranked super high also in the IBF. So with that being the case, I mean, if I was a fighter, it's better to fight a great fighter, make most money, and when it comes to your resume, losing to a fighter that's on a higher level is better than losing to a fighter that's on a lower level. So why risk a loss to a person on a lower level? That just doesn't stand up high when it comes to your legacy and your resume. So hopefully them guys can get that fight, because it gets tired of talking about it over. When are they gonna fight? When are they gonna fight? It's like, come on, man. You know, Canelo he's fighting December 19th. Ryan Garcia. The fight that I'm really looking forward to. The fight I'm really looking forward to. Let's see. Let me send him a message. The fight I'm really looking forward to is Joe Joyce versus Joe Joyce versus what's his name? What's dude name? Joe Joyce versus Daniel Dubois.
Yo, man, hold on.
Yeah, I kept it open.
Appreciate it, bro. Hold on.
Oh, your computer went down? I was like, what happened? I heard you stop talking, but I think it's still on because.
Oh yeah, we good.
Show it on YouTube.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, man, hit the plug. Yeah, it's all good. I heard you talking about Daniel Dubois and shit.
Oh yeah. That's that fight right there. I ain't going front, bro. I can't wait for that fight. That's the 28th, right?
Yeah, that's a good fight.
What about what's your thoughts on Homeboy, the featherweight that moved to 130? The Chris Colbert. Didn't this fight get pushed back, and who's his opponent?
Yeah, he got the same opponent. He fighting December 12th. He fighting that guy Jaime Abaleta, something like that. He's huh?
Is that a good fight, or I never heard of it?
It's a good fight, but Colbert is the favorite. The guy, he's aggressive. He fought on Gary Russell undercard. He was winning, then he got hurt he got dropped the last round, and he barely made it out. I think he's trained by Luis Ortiz trainer.
Oh, okay. Yo, what's up with I was gonna say about what fighter I was gonna say. I think we talk about Lou, Tony Harrison, man. They need to, first of all, they need to put Tony Harrison on the ringside announcements. The same thing that they was doing for Sean Porter. I think they don't got that job no more. That's why Sean Porter, shout out to him, he did take things in his own hand, and he got his own podcast, The Porter Way. Which
Yeah,
one thing I like it. I seen
that's
a
great.
minutes of it, but they need to bring Tony Harrison back and quit playing with the game, man. He's good. He's down to earth. He need a different flavor at the PBC. So, and also put him in a fight. Tony Harrison versus Lubin. I don't think he'd take that fight though. Tony Harrison at this time, he probably want to, that's the
Yeah, yeah, he might need a little tune-up fight, but I think Sean Porter, the reason why he getting those jobs because of location. He's actually calling the fights tomorrow. I know you don't rock with it, but they got a fight card on not ESPN, NBC Sports Network.
Oh wow, okay. Who fighting?
Shaqy Foster versus Mickey Roman.
I heard O'Shaquie Foster is good. Is he?
Yeah, he's good. He's decent. He's a slick fighter. He can fight both ways. He got decent pop. I mean, he's a slick fighter, yo. He can fight. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. Cause that guy he fighting, he retired Salido.
Oh yes. Oh, okay.
The Mexican guy, he got like 75 fights and shit.
So I came here early. You said Katie Taylor might be better, higher rated than Claressa Shields.
Yeah, I think she got like the better resume. She got the better resume. That's all. That's the only thing. I don't think she's better skilled. And they got her. They got her pound for pound #1 now in Ring Magazine. But you know how that go.
And at the Claressa, oh wow, oh wow.
Yeah, but I don't think she's better than Carissa. And I think she know that. I just think maybe her accolades just a tad bit better because she was winning a lot of fights against girls. Not the vacant title. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to get off subject, but is tonight the draft?
Yeah, I'm about to watch that shit in a few.
Yeah, because you've been telling me for a minute, like I wasn't sold on it. I was like, man, I'm not sure LaMelo gonna do good, but I think LaMelo, he might be one pick.
Yeah, this on there. They're just talking. Now I want to talk to you about the because I was kind of like, damn, yo, my damn computer went out. I want to talk to you about the that Malik Scott situation.
Yeah, go ahead.
Explain what I'm talking about. So I know he haven't been a corner for a professional fight, but what I was talking about more so as him being
backdrop first. So we say the backdrop so people know they don't know what we talking about.
I forgot the backdrop, man.
I was asking you who you think is the best person qualified for Wilder. You said Malik Scott, and then I was like, what experience does he have with other fighters? He said none. And then I was joking with you. I was like, okay, now you always talk about experience. I mean, you know how you always bring up experience about fighters. So
yeah. No, you're right though.
So explain that.
I see where you was going. So that's my point though. I was saying that Malik does have experience if you really think about it, just not in that corner, not running a fight corner in a fight. But as far as like professional career, he got over 40 fights. You know what I'm saying? He been in a bunch of these world-class fighters training camp, probably except for AJ. So he been in and around, and plus he was well schooled by his coaches. So some people they just need an opportunity. A lot of people probably got that. You probably met people that you was like, man, this dude might be nice at this, but he just got to get an opportunity. So I think he will too. I see him training novice. If he can train novice fighters, I see on his Instagram and stuff like that, he's training people, teaching them the art. So imagine if he can do it if he have a fighter, you know what I'm saying? And plus, I say he's the best fit for Deontay because, you know what I'm saying, they know each other. They got a trust level, which is important now, especially because what Deontay Wilder is claiming and with all these accusations. So you need somebody you can trust, and you need somebody that's technically sound that's going to be able to teach you some stuff, really. And he probably got his ear, you know what I'm saying? He might not have another person outside here. Like, let's say Buddy McGirt come in or Bomac or whatever. It's going to take time for them to jail. But really with Malik, you can just kind of, build on the good stuff and then maybe can tweak something here and there. Because he do got inside information because he been a heavyweight in this era and he really know the ins and outs of it. So, that's why I say that.
That's a good point. Like a lot of it depends on how Wilder want to accept, if he want to humble himself and realize that he can take instructions and get out of his comfort zone and away from his family a little bit, and whatever is making him comfortable, and so I get his grind back. Now, if he just want to be comfortable around people that's just not gonna tell him the truth. And so it's just a lot of that just depends on Wilder and how he approaches it,
Yeah.
because I don't want to hear nothing like it's trainer, it's all this guys. You got to look at the mirror for certain things,
Yeah.
So
Like you remember? I don't know if you seen that clip when Malik was trying to copy Tyson Fury. They were
mhm,
just shadow boxing, like like stuff like that. Like he had that kind of down pat. It wasn't exactly like Fury's, but you understand what he was doing,
mhm,
giving him looks, giving him certain rhythm, and that's why I think is the key to the fight with Wilder and Fury 3. Because I don't really think it's so much he got changed so much. He been in the ring with him 19 rounds. I just think he has to understand Fury's feints, what he's trying to do. You know what I'm saying? And then he gonna have to time it. Like he's not gonna be no Sweet Pea Wilker overnight or in no training camp. But as long as he's sharp to his best of his ability, and he understanding what feint that Fury doing this for real, which one is for play, which one he trying to set up a jab, which one Fury trying to get in and be aggressive. Like he should be able to understand that being in the ring with him for 19 rounds. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
So that's why I think he can bring it to the table. He said Wilder needs to stop watching his work.
What's poppin'?
Yeah.
What's poppin'? Let me ask you a question. Do you think Roy Jones is a good trainer?
Uh, I don't. I mean, I think he can teach us. Let me. Ron Finger was good. I think he can. I think he is a good trainer because he been there, but I don't know how much is that stuff translating from the gym. I think he can teach somebody something in the gym, then translate into the ring. So I don't know. I mean, if you look at his track record, he really haven't proved that he's a good trainer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Look what he did. David Alexander, Jesse Vargas.
exactly.
So
So
I don't know.
don't necessarily. It's both ways works. A lot of people say you got to be a fighter to be a great trainer. That's not true because part of being a great trainer is the psychology behind training, the preparation, all the different things that goes into it. So you can be a great fighter. That doesn't
Mhm.
mean you make a great trainer, and it's also
Exactly.
on personality and chemistries. So I'm not of the belief that just because you're a great fighter, you're gonna be. So you don't gotta be. It happens all the time, even in basketball, even in
Yeah.
football. It's about you know.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I give Malik Scott a good chance because when you listen, if you ever listen to him talk and how he break down stuff, he break down the science of boxing. So he's like a student of the sport. So I
Mhm.
feel like it all depends of how much Wilder's going to listen to him and if he going to be able to get through to him. But his credentials is straight. Like look at Jonathan Banks when he took over for Vladimir Klitschko when he took over for Emmanuel Stewart
Mhm.
for Vlad. Like he had a similar career than Malik Scott. He was kind of like a mid of the road contender, had some good wins and whatnot. And
Who
he's you know
was
what
he?
I'm saying? Huh?
Who? What's the?
Jonathan Banks.
Oh yeah. I remember him because he was always like I remember Michael Moore knocked him out.
Nah, not Michael Moore. Thomas Adamant knocked him out in New Jersey.
Nah, I thought it was Michael Moore knocked Jonathan Banks out.
Nah, Jonathan Banks.
Hold on. I know Jonathan Banks was cruiserweight. He was with Manuel Stewart, but
Yeah, no,
somebody out.
he
And
lost to Adamant. He got stopped by Adamant. Then he lost the rematch to Seth Mitchell, and then Antonio Tarver knocked him out.
yeah, but somebody had knocked him out, or he knocked somebody else out, or something. Something strange happened where he got something happened in the first round. I gotta go to box rec. Your computer, bro. You slipping, bro. You
He
usually
no, he fought a guy named Travis Walker. That knockout was crazy. Look
it
that
was
up.
somebody. It was maybe it wasn't a big name, but somebody knocked him out in the first round. Something happened. I was like,
He said Wilder needs Ben Davison. I don't even think that's a conflict of interest, ain't it?
Ben Davis got yeah, that's
Yeah, Josh Taylor. But yeah, that's my purpose, man. I know the experience in the corner, but I think just been in and around the boxing all his life, basically. I think he probably can translate. He
yeah,
took a dive against Seth Mitchell. I don't know.
yeah. It's just gonna depend on what they do. Let me see. Jonathan Banks, Tarver, 2014. Seth Mitchell twice. Um, Julius Lloyd, Travis Walker,
That's the fight right there.
Thomas.
Travis Walker.
Yeah, he did. Thomas Adams get him in the first round?
I think Thomas Edmond got him in 9.
Or okay, it was something strange that happened, or maybe he knocked somebody else out that I didn't expect. I don't know.
Yeah, he knocked out
He,
Seth Mitchell. He knocked out Seth Mitchell. Seth Mitchell was supposed to be the next best
yeah,
heavyweight.
that's what it was. He knocked out Seth
Yeah,
Mitchell. Yeah, that's what it was. Yep. It
yeah.
was something strange that happened. That's what it was. Because Seth Mitchell, they kept hyping him up. PBC, he was a football player from US. That's what it was. I knew, yeah. That's what it was. I was like,
It's, you
yeah,
talking about? He said, "What about John David Jackson?" I think all those guys, those veteran trainers for Wilder would be good for him if they can get like 2 or 3 fights under their belt. But if he trying to get straight to Fury, is that enough time? You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's enough time. That's why I don't think it's realistic. Not to say those guys not good coaches. I just don't think bringing in a veteran trainer, you know what I'm saying, is right now is going to help unless they're going to give him 2 or 3 fights to work with to fix out, to throw out all that shit he got and bring in what he want to teach him. That's how I look at it. But I don't know.
yeah, that's gonna be interesting, man. We'll see what happens. Hopefully Wilder can make a comeback, but it gets to the point where he's gonna have to be like, you know what, I done these are the things I need to work on.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is play tricks on you, bro.
Yeah,
And
that I with you on that. I agree with you on that.
yeah, it's like it's mine. I was looking at the interviews. I gotta give it to Cuss. Shout out to Brian Cusser, bro. He be asking some real questions, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. He be asking some real questions.
Yeah, that's John David Jackson who trained Carissa. You'll see him next week. He got 2 guys on the zone card. He got a guy fighting in Dongo. He got some heavyweight guy fighting. So you might see him
If
next week.
Martin Tucker like win the belt at 147 or get a big name and look spectacular, I'm gonna have to go with Bomac as being the best because he take guys that'd be another guy that he took that was coming off, in this case, a knockout loss. And other guys, Jamel Herring, and he rebuilt him. Also, the job that he doing with Steve Nelson, who hopefully that fight can get made next year with Berlanga, who's fighting in December. I forget what day he's fighting. I do want to see that guy. I'm curious to see when he get past the first round. He reminded me of Edwin Valero. You like, damn, this guy gonna make it past the first round. But they got the great matchmakers, and he got a name, so he'd be in a position where they'll be able to get the matchmaking in there because he bring it a certain level of excitement. But hopefully he start going the distance because he gonna get to a point where he ain't gonna knock nobody out, and somebody gonna hit him back, and we're gonna see how he respond.
He said we see Wilder don't have a lot of boxing skills. I mean, I don't think he's like the best boxer in the world, of course, but he's a guy that he's like a kind of remind me like of a basketball player to do one certain thing real well, like somebody that's gonna rebound or play defense or be a what I'm saying, pick and pop type of guy. He's that guy. If you can master one skill, you can look how far it took him. He's basically a novice.
Shout out to Ronald Feakley. Why does him being heavyweight? Why can't he train him because he's a heavyweight? Why does that? Actually, it should be as less preparation. I guess it's still preparation, but you ain't making weight, so you can spend even more time on Wilder because Wilder don't really. I don't understand that, Ron.
The stiff count jab. I think the biggest thing with Wilder is his legs are too wide. His legs are too wide. And you're not gonna really teach him no new tricks other than just keeping him sharp and recognizing being situational awareness in a fight. Man, what was you saying though about 147? I just slipped my mind.
When the computer messed up.
No. Just now you said something about Bomac something.
Oh, if Maurice Hooker can win
Okay.
at 147 or get a big name, a couple good names, and show like a lot of improvements, then
Yeah.
I have to go with him as being the best trainer of boxing because he takes guys that be vulnerable and rebuild them and make them better. And of course, he already got Crawford, and also the stuff that he's doing with Steve Nelson and the Steve Nelson in that Berlanga fight. I think that's going to probably be in a near future next year.
Yeah.
Starting to heat up with that fight. And I like dude is solid though. For him not to be fighting as long. I think he was in the military.
Yeah.
Was boys, so that's gonna be interesting because I'm curious to see how Berlanga. I like Berlanga though. I like the way he throws punches. He really exciting for TV, bro. He like a he just real exciting. He good for boxing.
Yeah.
Interesting to see if he become the mandatory to Canelo because they will force Canelo. Canelo in a situation where he got leverage, but it's less than he had with the DAZN deal, and it's gonna we're gonna see.
Yo, what I was gonna say though, Steve Nelson was on the he was an Olympic alternate for the 2012 team.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, he was an alternate. So he not as green as you know what I'm saying you would
Oh,
think he is.
he don't
He's
got a
pretty
lot of
good.
amateur fights though, do he?
Say it again.
He don't got a lot of amateur fights, do he?
I don't think he got a lot of amateurs, but
Oh,
he made it far in that short
yeah, that's
amount of time.
good. And he always been fighting with he always been fighting in Nebraska.
Yeah, he's from there.
Man, they doing something in Nebraska. They need to do a 30 for 30. What the fuck, bro? They need to do a 30 for 30, bro. They got to give Bomac his shit right now. And it's not just Bomac, it's him. It's the Mexican dude. I always forget his name, for something.
Saul Dieguez.
That's where Wilder need to go.
Red Spikes.
Your family, even bring your family. Just be in Nebraska in the country. Get back to nature. Go fishing. That's where Wilder need to go, bro. Wilder.
I don't know. It's all about the fit though, what he comfortable with. But I think Robert Garcia the best trainer in boxing.
That too, but what I've seen for him lately is he might be overdoing it. He got too many fighters. Like that's not
what he do wrong. I mean,
nothing wrong. But I've been said. I said that's why I didn't give it to Bomac yet, because I always say Robert Garcia probably is doing the best. Especially I like the thing what they did with Marcos Maidana. Now Jose Ramirez, and we'll continue to see how Virgil Ortiz does. And he got so many fighters. I'd be looking. So I won't complain if you said Robert Garcia, but I like the way Bomac is bringing them back like that. But Robert Garcia, nice too, though. Frank Sanchez, what's your thoughts on him?
Frank Sanchez, I thought he was rushing his work last week or the week before, wherever it was he fought. He's a good boxer. He's a better boxer than what he showed his last fight. I think that might be more of his trait, being a boxer puncher instead of trying to be an aggressive guy. Yeah. He don't seem as fluent to me as an aggressor.
Exactly. It's like
he said, "Wild just tripped me out." Man, you was all for that shit when he said that when before the Brazil fight, he was going back to the basics. Man, you just I know what's going on, Ronald. It's cool. I'm not gonna put it out there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't knocking your opinion. But I remember last year or something, you was the biggest, you know what I'm saying?
I like Wilder, but Wilder, you know, I can't lie for Wilder. I gotta tell him the truth. I'm not that type person.
So far as his skills and shit, yeah, I understand that. But it's like it's you know where you're gonna teach him 1, 2, 3 right now at 35 years old. You can teach, like I told you, what you can teach him, just being sharp and utilizing what you good at, getting that good jab going, and make sure you understanding what's going on in the ring. Like you can read stuff. He's not that bad if he's losing all the rounds against Ortiz and laying a perfect shot and got him up out of there. How bad can he be? Look at the shot he landed against Spilker. Like how bad is he really? He outboxed Severn. Like that's a fight where he was a underdog in. A lot of he don't get a lot of credit because you know they hate him. He dark skinned and shit, and he's rocked with a certain community, and what I'm saying, backfire, whatever, and whatever he say. So he gonna get a lot of hate. But you really look at him fight. Look at some of the stuff he do in some of his fights. You know what I'm saying? What we ask for a fighter, you want the fighter to be a warrior. You want a fighter to go out and do what he gotta do. He talk his shit and he do what he do. You know what I'm saying? Look at all his fights. He go out there and try to knock you out. That's what most fans want to see. But he do have some type of skills and something because he wouldn't have got that far. You can't tell me a guy that's trash, don't got no skills, don't do nothing, can get all the way up to this level where he's basically one of the biggest stars in the sport of boxing, and he trash or something. Come on, bro. I think that's because you don't like his fan base or you don't like him. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it 100. He do some stuff that's not really technically sound to me that I'm like, man, what the hell he doing? But still, he still get the job done. You know what I'm saying? He got 42 wins, 41 knockouts. Like that ain't nothing to sneeze at. So if he's an overachiever, yes, with his limited skills or whatever, call it what you want to call it. But you can't like the way he knocked out Spilker, like that's some shit that not a novice fighter can't do. I couldn't do that coming off the street. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that coming off the street the way he set that up. And he was getting all boxed. Same thing. Even with the Gerald Washington fight. You know what I'm saying? He stopped him from going a certain direction and letting the right hand straight down the pipe. He stopped him from going to his right. You see what I'm saying? But he don't get the credit for his ring IQ because they look at the flaws and the windmill and all that shit. Now you jumping off the bandwagon. Nah, man, if you don't know boxing, just watch the fights. You know what I'm saying? You can't come with me with that shit. Like
That's a good point, but it also works in his favor. It makes him like an anomaly. He's real unique, so that's what kind of get people to watch him. So it gets people to watch him. So that's going to be very interesting to see if he can rebound. He definitely has to do some mental things. It's not going to be easy for Bomac. Go to Nebraska, you know what I'm saying, in a country where they got like livestock. You know what I mean. He can go down there, take a couple dogs with him, and just chill and just rebuild. But that's up to him. His mind got to be there because the interview is like he feel like Floyd don't want to help. I get it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now I'm with you.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
He do have to go back to the drawing board though, because I mean it's not just. I know, like, let's set aside the cheating shit because we really don't know. But the tactics in the first fight, where actually he have this same flaw against boxers. People can all box him for long stretches of a fight, and then he'll depend on the right hand. So I think sometimes it felt like to me that he wasn't even trying to win those rounds against Ortiz. He was just, staying in position. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't trying to win the rounds. He wasn't being too active or letting his hands go or whatever. So maybe that can be a good thing or a bad thing. What if Ortiz made it through? You know what I'm saying? So there's definitely things to work on when you're coming off a loss. You know what I'm saying? So I just think he just gotta, whatever team he gonna have, he got to stick with that team, and y'all got to just close the door and grind. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree, man. I wanted to get your take on there because you're a historian guy. Who's the overall better fighter, Hagler or Bernard Hopkins at middleweight?
Overall better.
Who will win if they fought at middleweight? Who you got?
I like Hagler.
Okay, you do? Let me catch your body on you. Go ahead, bro. Break that down, bro. Let me teach y'all niggas something. Go ahead, bro. Because a lot of niggas be capping for Hagler. Go, bro.
I like. Yo, chill out, bro. Chill out, yo.
Go ahead, bro.
Like this easy work. like I'm calling a fighter with 2 losses undefeated. Nah. No, I like
Hagler. Huh?
Go ahead.
Nah, because Hagler, listen, first of all, Hagler is a nice fighter though, right? But beating Bernard Hopkins, I can see a draw. Well, I don't see him beating Bernard Hopkins. I see maybe a draw. But the Bernard Hopkins that fought Trinidad and Antoine Echols, he not beating him, bro.
I think he beats him. I think he beat the best version, the middleweight version. If the both of those guys their best middleweight version, I got Hagler in a tough ass fight, but I don't think he watching. I don't think he's stopping B Hop. I think he's more so gonna outwork him. I think he's not like the craftiness that you can call it crafty, you call it dirty, but with B Hop, he's more so he can make you slow down your work rate too. But can he really make Hagler slow down his work rate? Yeah. That guy gonna keep coming and coming and coming. And I can see him kind of walking Hagler into some shots, but I see Hagler eating that shit and keep coming and keep coming. So I think
it's a machine. He's gonna take them crack.
No, Hearns a bigger puncher than Hopkins was, and he kept going.
So what Hopkins is a little different because the way Hopkins is throwing his punches, he's not conserving as much energy as like a Hearns. And Hearns, his bases, first of all, Hearns fought a stupid ass fight. His IQ, I gotta question his IQ when he fought Hagler. We already know about that. We talked about that already. But Hopkins, he shows short punches, and the short punches, the sting that go to the body, and the way he rough you up, and his overall height, I give Hagler problems. Not only that, he's a better fighter. Overall, his career is better. Hagler is a solid fighter, but listen, Hagler went the distance with a lightweight. We know his name, Duran. But guess what Homeboy is doing? He knocking him out. If you moving up in weight against Hopkins, you're getting out of there. You're getting knocked out. It's no you going decision and things like that. So I don't understand how people can even say Hagler can mess with B-Hop. Not only that, B-Hop had more defenses and everything. So I don't understand that, bro.
I don't really mean that because you like it's about the styles, a lot of that stuff, and also if you gave Hagler the 20 defenses that that B Hop had, Hagler get those 22. He'll get those.
Uh,
I'm just thinking. See, you talking about
bro,
overall accolades. I'm talking about the breakdown of the fight. I think
no, we talking about overall. I said both. I said who's better fighter in who will win. I said top on both.
I think Hagler is a better fighter, and I think Hagler will win. I think Hopkins got the better overall accolade.
First of all, how's he better, bro? Like
I'm telling you,
he going the distance with lower guys, making them move up, but then Hopkins is stopping guys. Come on, bro. That makes a difference. Listen, man. Hagler, listen, and one thing too, Hagler is a good fighter. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people think I'll be disrespecting this guy, but why he didn't move up? Why he didn't move up? And people say, oh, he was short. What's the short light heavyweight name from the 80s? I think he's from my neck of the woods, from Camden.
You talking about
what's his name?
The one for Holyfield.
Yeah, real short. If he can move up, why he ain't move up?
No, but okay, but see,
I don't get, bro. People be I know what I think it is.
My bad, Ron. You in here?
Elder, you know how everybody think like if you grow up in that era, like everybody think like if you grow up in a certain era, their cartoons was better. This is better. That's how I think it is with Hagler. I think it's called programming. Because if you really break it down, he moved up first fight. Well, technically he lost. It was his second fight because his first fight when he came from jail, he lost to that Mitchell dude. He fought Tarver and dominated Tarver, who was coming off. You know, we know he knocked out Roy, done this, Beekler, Josh. So he had a better. Bernard Hopkins is just a better fighter, and he was fighting longer. So I don't get.
But listen, you go ahead, bro. Bro, Frank, what's good? What's up?
What's up, bro? Oh no, he jumped off.
He jumped off. Hey, but look, but see, you changing the jump though.
I'm just showing you how.
Okay, are we talking about the breakdown of the actual fight? Or are we talking about?
To move to 175, bro. Why he ain't moved to 175?
I don't. You gotta ask him. Why you asking me? I don't know.
Nah, that's what natural. They make an excuse. They always do that.
But listen though, I'm not. You talking about other people? I'm talking about me. How I see that fight. I'm not saying that Marvelous Hagler is running through Bernard Hopkins. I'm not saying that. But I broke down the fight how I think it's gonna go. I think he will outwork Bernard Hopkins, but I see Bernard Hopkins having success and walking Hagler into some shots. But would that be enough to hurt Hagler? Like I don't know. That's why I'm saying I think the work rate. I think he'll win a decision. What's up, Ron Finkel? What's up?
Yo, what's up? What's up, L? What's up? At the law. I just came in to holler, y'all.
So yeah, So see, there you go and see Elda. I always gotta check these guys that be on the internet. They so in love with power. If his power was so strong, how the fuck did Duran go the distance?
Did I say anything about power? Did I say anything about power?
You said his power is not going to affect him. You think he's a machine, like he just going to run through Bernard Hopkins. So you think more power than Hopkins at 160? You crazy, bro?
No, I don't think. I don't think Bernard Hopkins is hurting Hagler like that. Now, can he do some tricks?
You gotta hurt him. It's like
yes, he do. He got.
We talking about Hagler, bro. Hagler is a beast.
Duran went the distance, so it's obvious that you can do something. And Sugar Ray beat him. What the way Sugar Ray? Bernard Hopkins is big, bro. Like Bernard Hopkins got cracked. Bernard Hopkins punched harder than Sugar Ray.
It's different styles though. It's different styles.
Way different styles.
Sugar Ray Leonard was using his athletic ability.
No,
go ahead.
On the inside better than B-Hop, bro. Sugar Ray don't. So,
but he's holding and hitting. But you think Hagler not gonna be punching?
Oh, so what?
Talk to that motherfucker, L dog. Talk to that motherfucker, L at the law. See, we talking to a boxing scholar right now. I'm gonna sit back and listen, but this is a good conversation.
Nah, because listen, Ronald Finkley, you know how everybody, whatever they grew up on, they think that's the best. Like whatever cartoons they watch.
Well, we know that though. That's
how people do with Hagler. And
I grew up on B-Hop though.
I grew up with B-Hop too.
So what you saying?
Overall general statement. That's what I get from a lot of people. They swear that none of the fighters. First of all, people swear that nobody can ever be better than the big four: Hearns, Hagler, Duran. I'm like, why not? Why not?
I agree with that, but I'm talking about this matchup right here. I feel as though You know, I think B Hop can have some success if he can get him walking to some shots, but he gonna have to do that. He's not like an active fighter. I think as a middleweight, come to think about it, he was more active as a middleweight and he was cracking a little bit better. But that's going to give way to my man to Hagler, because if he's more offensive,
Exactly.
if he's more offensive and Hagler is offensive, and Hagler, I ain't gonna say Hagler. I think Hagler may have the slighter better chin because I ain't never really seen Hagler being dropped. I seen B Hop drop too. You know what I'm saying? So
Like, I mean,
he got dropped like what 5-6 times in his career. That's impressive. But I'm just telling you, I don't know. I think his work rate would kind of outwork Hopkins, and Hopkins is just to be relegated to just maybe throwing one punch at a time and holding and stuff like that. Go ahead.
Did you see the fight?
Hold up. When Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence fight, it's gonna be like Hagler versus Hearns, bro. Watch. Or Hagler versus Sugar Ray. Watch.
It's gonna be like Andre Ward and Chad Dawson. He gonna beat the brakes over Earl Spence. Watch. He gonna knock him out, make it a little easy. It's gonna be just like that.
It's gonna be hard. No, it's gonna be hard, but like we're gonna see like the system of like how Earl Spence need to level up. You know what? Not how Terrence Crawford need to level up. Earl Spence is gonna be in trouble when they fight, bro. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I think it's gonna. I think Earl Spence gonna, and it's okay that he lose. He's not a bad fighter, but I think it's gonna look like Andre Ward and Chad Dawson.
Okay.
I just don't hurt him.
One of the ones was good. 168 is a European division. He got what's up? Blueprint Sports was good. So like this right here, this debate or whatever we having. It's like it's hypothetical. So you gonna say what you want to say. I see your points. This is the difference when we do this. I see all your points and I agree with them, but you can't see none of my points. You see what I'm saying? So no matter what we say, you're not gonna agree. But I think Hagler wins a decision.
It'll be a good fight. It'll be a good fight.
Yeah.
It'll be a good fight. But the thing about it is Hagler who you think the better puncher at 160? Hagler?
Yeah, Hagler better puncher. B-Hop was a good puncher. B-Hop was a good puncher.
Can nobody take that away from Hagler? At 160, he was the best thing that ever came in that division. Like they say GG ain't got nothing on Hagler, bro. His chin was like granite and he fought all of the better fighters.
You think he better than Bernard Hopkins, bro?
At 160?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I
think Bernard Hopkins probably had a better overall career because when he moved up at 175 and he was doing that in his late 40s, I think that kind of surpassed Hagler. But as far as like fighter, like looking at the fighters, I think Hagler was a better fighter.
So it's two Hall of Famers he got is Hearns.
But it's not about resumes all the time.
No, I'm just saying overall. I'm just trying to break it down. Is this the overall resume means something?
It means something, but it's not. Now, if you're looking at you, we talk about
how old is this kid, bro? I'm thinking he's young. He don't understand, yo.
I don't know how old you, Jalika. I don't know how old he is.
I'm grown, bro.
See, there it is.
No, I'm saying like how old are you? Like that matters what we talking about because
it doesn't matter
those days, bro.
Hey, yo, Ron, it doesn't matter because if you look at the tape and I look at the tape, then it doesn't matter.
I think it's a close fight, though. I think it's a close fight. I think it's close and competitive because I see
it'll be a good fight, though. It'll be a good fight. Now, if Hagler fought Roy Jones, he'd get chopped up. He'd get chopped up at 160. And he definitely can't see James Toney. Like, he can't see James Toney. It go to decision though, because Hagler got a chin. I give him that, but he ain't beating them.
James Toney had a good reach. He had a really good reach.
And
he was a good boxer.
Crazy,
there we go with the styles though. See, both Hagler and B-Hop, they had trouble with athletic fighters. You know what I'm saying? Everybody they had real trouble. It was athletic fighters. And I think Roy Jones we'll give Hagler problems, man. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if Hagler can be able to at that time. I don't know if he'll be quick enough because you gotta think about it, man. I don't know. That'd be crazy because if Sugar Ray could do that to Hagler, had him coming out right and stuff like that, he had him all bewildered in the beginning of that fight. You know what I'm saying? He fighting like Sugar Ray Leonard. So And Roy punched harder, I think, at 160. So I don't know.
You think
That's hypothetical.
he does punch harder at 160 at 168. Yeah. But Howler is a good fighter. I just don't see how, because I was just debating that with somebody. I don't see how he's better than overall better than Bernard Hopkins. But to each his own. If that's what you believe, then that's what you believe. But you know,
that don't got nothing. But I understand what you're saying. That some people they feel like what they grew up on, that's their stuff.
listen,
But I'm breaking it down as the fight. I'm breaking down the fight. I don't really care about that stuff because I think some people.
Though they
No, I ain't.
think,
Okay.
they automatically think because the fighters fought 15 rounds, the fighters done that they automatically better. Like even if you ask them about, some people think it's virtually impossible for Crawford to surpass like Hearns and Leonard. I was like, no, it's not. If he
go over some more weight divisions though.
He already has 3, bro.
Okay, you got to get 5. Hearns got 5.
You don't necessarily got to do that. You don't necessarily got to do that because was they undisputed at those weights?
Nah, but it's different thing. But I think I'll give you this one though. If let's say Bud moves up one more division, let's say he beat Jermell Charlo. Yo, you might have to, you know what I'm saying?
I got him the favorite.
He in the conversation, but you know that shit is all subjective and what everybody think though, because like you said,
boxing is But
what's good, G5 Jeff? What's good, bro?
What's up, bro? G5. But
go follow him. He got a YouTube channel, man. Go follow him, bro.
I seen him around. He seemed like a cool dude.
What you do, boxing, or you talk about?
Yeah, he boxing channel. I think G5, you media too, I think, right? You drop your junk in the chat. But yeah,
that's how it is though, because people get brainwashed. So we gonna keep it 100. We gotta release the people from brainwashing. It's hard though because listen, if he come undisputed at 147, beat Jermell Charlo, who hopefully fights Castano instead of Teixeira to get all 4 straps, make some defenses.
Yo, that's an easy win. Castano is an easy win for Jermell, bro. Real talk. That's an easy win for Jermell.
Yeah, I knew that.
Off of Crawford?
Well, no. Oh, you talking about Crawford? I thought you talking about Jermell fighting Castano.
Yeah, Jalik, he do media too, bro.
Oh, he do media too?
Yeah.
Shout out to him, bro. Shout out to G5. The GB asking questions. Yeah, that's what's up, bro.
Yo, I think me and Jalik got something in common. I think he going for Danny Garcia versus Earl too, bro. I don't know if it's true, but it might.
Danny too?
Yo, dog, I'm going for Danny, bro.
hey yo, Ronald Finkley. Shout out to you, bro. But Danny a gatekeeper, bro. Don't bet on that fight, bro.
No, long as his toes long as his toes act right after the 6th round, he can win that fight, yo. Long as his toes hang up.
See, he would have to fight way out of his comfort zone to win. And that it's cool to fight out of your comfort zone, but to do it for 12 rounds. And if you notice, he has he fades a lot because I think deep down inside he's not confident in his condition. And look at the Zab Judah fight late. Zab Judah had him hurt.
Yeah.
This 2013 at 140, but he doesn't. Once he get a certain round, he kind of cruise in a sense. That's why he.
Has anybody seen Earl Spence training yet, though? Like, has anybody seen Earl Spence as far as being like an elite boxer after his accident, though? That's why I'm going for Danny.
You'll have a chance to see him tomorrow. He got his media workout.
Okay.
On YouTube.
Oh, word?
Yep.
That's what's up.
Shout out to one of them ones boxing. I got Crawford beating Jermell too. People think I'm crazy, and then they bring up size. I was like, bro, do you understand, bro? First of all, Crawford is not as small as people think, so that's actually worked to his advantage. People think he's smaller than he really is.
I got Mel, but I want Bud to win. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't see. First of all, he's not. Hey, L, you gotta listen, bro. What's your ad? I'm gonna send you some of my VCR tapes. Bro. You just guys off of size, bro. You slipping, bro.
I ain't said nothing about size.
No, because you slipping, bro. I thought
send him the link, bro. Send him a link to that.
Yeah, I thought you were do a boxing.
I ain't said nothing about size.
Puncher's chance. Explain how he's gonna win 7 rounds, Explain that, bro. I'm putting you on the spot.
He could,
How he's
I already did this to you before.
no,
because
bro. Go. 7
Look,
rounds against Crawford. Go.
I'm not talking against Crawford right now because he just came out his victory. I already did this to you already though.
You just picking people based off because of how big they are, bro. It don't work like that.
You know what? Lawrence Williams at the law. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How do you feel about Terrence Crawford having support right now? Because we saw what he did with Kell Brook, and we realized how important he was. How do you feel about him as being like somebody who needs to be supported in the boxing world?
I mean, I think I don't know. Bud is one of those dudes. He really don't care. So if he ain't really reaching out for support or whatnot, then I don't think I don't think you should support him, honestly, because he one of those type of guys that really don't want to talk to the media. He's just to himself. But far as like maybe you want to represent for your black man or something like that, I think he should have support. But he's not gonna get it because he's standoffish. You know what I'm saying? And he's been like that forever. So I don't really think Bud care about that shit. He just want to fight the best fighters. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm cool with that as a boxing fan. I don't really care about
that. They're gonna have to have that in agreement. Like, hey, bro, you got to do this, and we're going to invest in you, and you want to get to that level. Somebody just got to break it down because it's like a fighter that's real good, right? Yeah. But they always in a rush to get a knockout, and they athletic, but their defense is in there. If you want to get to the next level, you're going to have to work on your defense because eventually you're going to get knocked out. So eventually, he's already in a situation where he's put himself in where he's not the A side attraction, so that way people can collude against them, because I think there's a lot of collusion going on, like they did Kaepernick in NFL. So he has to overcome that. So he's going to have to get out of his comfort zone because, believe it or not, he's a cool dude. I think part of it is he's shy, and some people I think some people train early with public relations. Shakur Stevenson, he's natural at it. He's very good at it. It's a lot of people that's good at public relations.
But to me, I don't think that stuff really matters to me because not to. I'm just talking about for me. For you, you can have it. I'm talking about for me because I look at what he do in the ring though. Like
so do we. Hold on. You can't be. So you saying you one dimensional, LW? You can't give yourself this moniker that you know boxing and you this historian.
I am nice. But
how you not gonna care about that though? You want
because that's me. That's
left hook, bro.
That's me personally though. Because that's me personally. When I started watching boxing as a youngin, I didn't care about like how many fans you got or how many interviews you do. I watch it because of the fights. Like, and I stick to that.
He has to do something. That's the reason why it's frustrating. I don't care about it neither. But in order for him to get the fights, he has to do something different.
Right, I understand the business of boxing. Yes, I do that, but it don't really drive me. Like I rock with Bud as a fan of the way he boxes. That don't mean like I like his interview style. He boring. I think Spence boring too as an interview. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, but that don't determine. That don't make me like, oh, I don't like him because he don't talk to the fans or he don't talk to this one or that one. I like him because of the way he fight. You feel me? Like that other stuff don't matter to me.
His story is nice. Like people forgot they talking about Homeboy. Fortunately, both of them, made it through, but he got shot in the head, bro. So his story is nice, bro. Just the way his mom was paying people to lose. Like he's like if he was a dog, he would be like a game bred pit bull. It's gonna be hard to beat somebody like that. That's why size. I don't fight dogs or nothing, but we know the story behind those, bro. That's why size. You can't just pick L-Dub, bro. What's your address, bro?
I never said that though.
DVD player, or you want to go back to the VCR tapes, bro?
Nah, I want VCR.
Better.
VCR, bro.
Be him, bro.
At the law. Terrence Crawford is top dog at 147. I got his back, bro. Anywhere I see him, I'm gonna make sure that we support him because this is what we need to get him to get out of that contract, bro. Yeah, we need to see him in better fights, bro. Exactly. That's true. That dude is a beast, bro. I watched that fight and I learned so much from just watching him. It reminded me of the old days. It might have only been Kell Brook, but Bud can do that with anybody. The way I look at the fight.
Yeah.
bad, bro. He's amazing. He's like once in a lifetime type fighter, bro.
Yeah.
He literally is a once in a lifetime because if you notice, each fight he bring you something different. So it's kind of hard to game plan against him because each fight, okay, he'll do this, he do this. If you got a job, he'll take away that. He's smart, bro.
He
And
did something. He did something Hagler did that you might appreciate. Once he got cut, he went straight at Brooks and got him up out of
He
there.
did the same thing Hagler did, but he didn't break a sweat.
yeah,
That's what we need to see. We need to see him break a fucking sweat, bro.
You see what I'm talking about, Jalik?
What?
If I rock with Hagler, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. We know this shit, Jalik. We know this shit at the law. We just want to make sure we support Bud to get his legacy popping.
No, I want it. But that's true though, right? But just like L Dub just said, if he doesn't want to support himself and put himself out there, it's only but so much you can do. It has to be a combination. It's like a fighter that don't believe in themselves. If your coach believe in you, it's up to the fighter to believe in themselves. So I know part of it is psychological, bro. It's just his personality, and he's who he probably shy. First of all, he probably shy, and that's part of it. And it's just his comfort, him being comfortable around other people. He's probably not, so it's easier for him to dip off. You know what I'm saying? So I used to be shy too. So I actually,
Earl Spence is one-dimensional when it comes to T-Bud. Same thing with Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez. We got to fight, yo. We got like good ass fights, bro.
So who you got winning that fight? Ron Finkley, Devin Haney.
Yeah, I got Devin only because he's a better boxer, skilled person.
I got Devin Haney winning too. We agree with a lot of stuff, Finkley. I can't go, bro. Yeah, I got him winning that too.
Hey, G5, jump in, yo. I think that I got the link in the chat. I don't know. You can
That's
what's
up, Jolly. That's what's up, Jolly.
Yeah, I got see, this is how it worked, Ron Finkley. Nowadays, people be playing this game where the experience game or he didn't fight no body game, like they don't watch boxing and understand the boxing. But then you break it down to him and you say, okay, whatchamacallit, in 2009, he got dropped, then he got buzzed. I know he won an Olympic gold medal, but I picked him to win the Super 6.
What are you talking about?
You base it on experience, Andre Ward.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Experience back then, nobody would have picked him. So you can't go by that. That's why they got to fight, bro. That don't mean, a lot of times that don't mean some fighters is just special like that. And Andre Ward is special. So,
key point, Andre Ward. T-Bud hang around Andre Ward. And then we have Earl Spence who hang around all the Texas people. And we love the Texas people. We love Earl Spence. But that's like the best fight that everybody can be happy about. It's a legendary fight, y'all.
Legendary. And I'm going, bro.
Yo, my man G5 Jeff in the building, yo. I wanna introduce him, man. What's up, bro?
Yo, what up? What's going on, fellas?
What's
chilling, man?
Oh, I subscribe to both of y'all channels too off the top. So
I appreciate that, bro.
I already know how I give it up. So
yeah, shout out to you, bro. We just
I just talk shit on my channel. Don't pay my channel no attention.
Hey man, listen, L Dub will tell you, man, like I'm tapping into everybody's shit. So I'm going through the whole catalog.
I gotta
yeah, he good. Yeah, he got a good channel, man. He know his shit too. You know what I'm saying? G5,
we talking about.
I gotta subscribe to you, G5.
Hey, man, like we gotta support each other, man. So as soon as I see y'all name, I found y'all subscribe.
You gotta test your game out, bro. So let me test your boxing game out, bro. Who the better fighter overall? Bernard Hopkins or Hagler, bro?
Ooh. Okay. All right. So I'm from Philly, so I don't want to be biased. All right. Like, who do I think is a better fighter, or who I think will win head to head?
Both. We just talked about that, but no. L Dub was captain for Hagler, bro. But go ahead.
You know what? I think this may be an unpopular opinion. I think B-Hop has more tools in the toolbox. Me personally, but I think Hagler would probably beat him head to head, though.
I ain't arguing with that.
Ooh, that's deep. Yeah, that's real. That's like Earl Spence versus Terrence Crawford in a sense. Because I think that T-Bud would like get him like on the inside and the outside, and just because he's more versatile. Hagler was a versatile boxer. And Bernard Hopkins is a versatile boxer too. But like I'm just thinking about like how he can just make the ring work for him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
The thing with Earl, if you watch his fight, he lets you finish. He doesn't really punch with you, and he's not really a counter puncher.
He really don't punch with you. He is one of the best catch and shoot guys in the game, though.
Yeah, I don't. If he beat Crawford, I give him his props because I just don't. I've been saying it when Crawford was at 140 that he would lose that one. But
yeah, I don't see Spence beating Crawford.
Be wrong.
Yeah, I don't see Spence beating Crawford.
Yeah, and Crawford.
I don't see. Yeah, I don't.
It's
see
crazy. It's crazy. You know what? Those betting odds, if they ever fought, bro, I think I saw Earl Spence say 60-40 still. That's a 50-50 fight.
Yeah. No. The Vegas, first of all, the Vegas odds, Crawford is going to be the favorite. But since this is like Jay-Z versus Nas, bro. People are so into this, bro. So people's going to bet. I'm betting on the fight. I got Crawford. So, and I'm going to the fight. So it's so deep in the hood, like worldwide, bro. This is really intense. Hopefully they have it in, we'll see where they're having it. But it's going to cause people, it's going to cause the betting lines to get smaller because of the people that really believe in Earl. So Earl is a good fighter. I just don't think he's going to beat I don't think this is. I think Earl can beat everybody at 147 except Bud and Boots Ennis. Look, everybody else he can.
You went there. You gonna go there right now with Jerron, bro? You gonna go there right now?
Exactly, right now.
Let's get the Delorme fight first. Though. We can't put Jerron in there, bro.
Listen, he's gonna make a statement. Ron Finkley, watch. He gonna make.
I've seen Boots Ennis like in the gym. Like when I say this dude is like for real, like you know with some boxers you hear stories about how somebody might got the better of them like in a sparring session or whatever. Like we've never heard that about Boots. Like everybody he's been in the ring with, like sparring, like gym wise, he's either did his thing or he done whipped their ass. Like Boots something different. Boots is something different. For real, I don't. Of course, we don't know because we haven't seen him under them bright lights yet. But I mean, he looks the part. Like he looks the part. Like
East Coast ain't playing, bro. They in the game too. East Coast ain't playing, bro.
Oh nah, yeah. I'm from Philly, so I mean, all of the Jersey cats, New York cats, like everybody come here. Like everybody comes here. They either come to Philly or they come to New York, and the gym stuff be crazy. Like the gym stuff is crazy. Like Philly got so much talent. East Coast got so much talent. It's just you need the right. I feel like it's not enough big time promoters to really get these fighters out there. Like you really only have like 4. You know what I'm saying? You only have 4. So it's so many good fighters, man. Like it's so many good fighters on the East Coast, man. For sure.
Yes, sir.
You still live in Philly?
Yeah. They all train in the same gym. Boots Ennis, Paul Kroll, Rasheem Jefferson,
Victor Padilla, Puerto Rican guy.
Say it again.
That Puerto Rican guy, Padilla.
Yeah. All of them in the same gym.
My man YSL was Jamel. He be doing the interviews off of him. That's my man.
Yeah. YSL. That's my guy, Jamil. That's my guy. And it's crazy. I met Jamil at the Beterbiev and Vosdik meet and greet.
I wanted to go to that fight so bad. I want some money off that fight.
I was in there. I was going back and forth with Jesse Hart about who was going to win that fight.
Oh wow.
Too, because he thought Vosdik was going to win the fight, and it was crazy because I went to the weigh-in, bro, and
Yo, Jesse Hart got his ass whooped, bro. I was mad as shit when Joe Smith.
Bro, can I kick some game to you on that?
That shit was crazy.
Can I kick some game to you on that real quick on the Jesse Hart?
Yeah.
Listen, he got hurt 4 days before the fight. He hurt his hand 4 days before the fight, bro. When I say I probably talked to Jesse Hart probably for about. I be talking to so many people like off camera, like off the record, I just be holding on to information. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't be wanting to shove a camera in everybody's face. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
That's smart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he hurt his hand 4 days before the fight. And matter of fact, it might have been a week before the fight. He was sparring on a day he wasn't supposed to spar. It hurt his hand. And that's why he fought like that. Come on, y'all, so I can eat. That's why he was fighting like that.
Yeah.
And I seen people in, that fight was in AC. So, they was taking bets. I seen people putting racks up on Jesse Hart. And I'm sitting there, I'm like shaking my head, like, oh my God, like y'all about to lose y'all bread. Jesse Hart, my God, that's my guy.
Fellas, at the law. I'm
Yeah.
a bounce because I want to see what they talking about, and I know what the law talking about. That dude right there will tell you anything you want to know about the sport of boxing. And I appreciate y'all G5 for telling me about Philly, and I appreciate you, Jali. Real talk, yo. We out this bitch. Let's get it.
All right, bro. Holla at you.
Yo.
All right, bro.
Who's fighting Delarme? He's high risk, low reward right now, neutral. So they're not going to do that. Everybody is turning him down behind the scenes. Now, I won't be surprised if he signed with Al Heyman real soon. Within, especially after he built up his relationship with Steven Espinosa, they're not going to take that fight. They're going to be making memes out of people. They don't want that. They want money. Yeah. They want millions to get memed out there. People. He's not playing games, bro. He's staying in the gym. He's ranked number 6, about to be ranked number 1 real soon. So, like I said, the best way to make Earl versus Bud is to make him the mandatory. They either give up the strap, fight Boots, or fight each other. That's how you.
They're not gonna fight Boots. They're not gonna fight Boots. Bud actually had an opportunity to spar Boots and he turned it down.
Yeah, that's
probably. I know that for a fact.
You don't want to spar nobody that you're gonna and fight on one day. That's
absolutely. And that's exactly why I said that.
I don't want to do that, bro.
That's smart. That's smart on Bud's part.
That'll be bro. I pay a bag. I pay some bread just to see the sparring on that one. That shit.
Bro, when I say Boots be doing some crazy ass shit and sparring, man. Like he the deal. Like YSM will tell you, Jamil will tell you, he done seen him plenty of times in the gym. Boots is like that deal. Like Boots that deal. Like he reminds me of like Bud, but he's just more athletic. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah, because Crawford is, bro. Every time his profile getting bigger and bigger and bigger. That's why we'll see, man. We'll see what this stuff is going on. But did y'all see what his sister said about Bob Arum?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. What she said?
She said, it's on Twitter. She's like, I know my brother ain't gonna like me for saying this, but she's basically just went in on him. Like, that's not cool, which is true. But it's now what he said is not, they're not gonna reconcile that. So if I was Crawford, I won't pay him no money. October is only 11 months away. It's almost December. 10 and a half months, this waited out. I want to pay him a dime, bro. He always do that. He done it to Ringendahl after he beat. He just don't care, bro. You know?
Hey, yo, Bud going off on Twitter, too.
Yeah, but you know what, though?
Yeah.
You know the thing that's crazy, though, L-Dub?
Yeah.
The thing that's crazy about that is Bob Arum talking shit is actually good promotion for Bud. Because Bud and his people are actually talking more than what they usually do.
Exactly, bro. He need a G5 Jeff. He need a PR. People don't realize, like, if you shy, you don't want to talk. You need a PR mouthpiece. It's like
he have one. He have a PR though, but I don't know what she doing. The girl Julie Gold Sticker. She worked with Shakur too. Yes, the little short lady she worked with Shakur.
Oh yeah, too. I know who you're talking about.
Did she work with Top Rank?
She worked with she had Andre Ward when he was in the game, and she got Shakur, and she got Bud.
Listen, he need to hire. So he need to hire one of them black girls that know how to play spades real good and talk that shit. Listen,
he need his sister really. Both his sisters.
He need, bro. That's what
you see what they did.
Listen, bro.
Did you see what they did to Hank Lundy when they fought for the weigh-in?
Yeah,
that's history.
Hank Lundy is hilarious.
Yeah,
Yo.
man,
He
that's
funny
what I'm
as
saying,
hell.
bro. We talk about his girl, bro. Crawford got a mean streak. Like did you see the way after he knocked out Brooke, he looked at him like, bro, you better never ever talk shit. But right after it, the
He
way
turned it off though.
he broke it down to him and he explained it. I was like, bro, he a good sportsman. But you shouldn't talk talk to him like that, bro.
Yeah, Bud definitely got it. Actually, that's what makes him different. Is because he has that mean streak on top of the talent. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them guys that's talented don't have that mean streak. So
They don't, bro. But that's also the mean streak that a lot of people might say, oh, he can get clipped, which he could.
yeah, I mean, listen, Bud is not no defensive wizard.
He's not.
But the reason why he's not a defensive wizard is because he always keep himself in position to throw shots. So when you got a guy like that, he's gonna be in the line of fire. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I think Bud is pound for pound number one. That's my personal opinion
me too.
on it. I mean, strictly because like people will talk about their resume, but I'm like, we haven't seen one fight with Bud where he hasn't delivered. Or he's been in like a tight fight for a long period of time. Like he's been dominant his whole career, like every single fight. Like he has no question marks. No question marks.
See, when Andre Ward left the sport, I thought that's when Bud took over pound for pound number one. And that's when Ward left, that's when Bud became undisputed. And I don't think nobody did anything to supplant him. He's still winning. So I don't understand how you can supplant him. Like you got guys, you know, it depends on which outlet want to get this guy number one or that one number one. Yeah. But I feel like then after he did undisputed, he moved up and won a world title against a guy that got the best win in the division. Like I know people ain't rocking with horn like that, but he got the best win in the division. And that fight was close. And when Bud fought him, it was like
he made him look like a joke.
Exactly.
So when he fight his next fight, it's gonna be over 5 years since he actually went the decision. 5 years.
Wow.
Big.
Yeah.
The last
Postal, right?
Oh yes, that's
Postal. Yeah. And then probably if that fight would have lasted another minute, he probably got Postal up out of
there. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, Bud is something.
Nice.
Bud's something different, man. I don't think Spence is ever gonna get in there with him. Like I don't think so. Because if you look at it and L Dub, I think you seen this on Twitter too. Where Errol Spence is the A side. Right. So we all know in boxing circles and boxing business, when you the A side, you supposed to be the person that give out the offers. Yep. You're the one that's supposed to send the contract. You're the one that's supposed to send the offers. I haven't heard once Errol Spence, Al Heyman, any of his people say, "Hey, we sent Terrence Bud Crawford and them a contract."
I ain't heard it either.
And I heard it either. The B side don't make the offers. No, the B side don't make the L Dub. You know that.
I know that. And plus, I just heard Spence say in the interview that he's not dealing with Bomac. That's his manager. Like
he's not dealing with Bomac. He don't believe he can. I peeked it out last year. He don't believe he can win. It's one thing about being scared, but to believe you can win, he don't believe it, bro. And the crazy thing about it, the behavior he's doing, that's the same behavior Thurman had. Listen, make Boots the mandatory. Make him the mandatory. Put up the strap, fight Boots, or fight each other. That's it.
I'm with you though.
I'm not the commissioner. I can't stand that, bro.
Yeah, but what does him having to like him not dealing with Bomac? Like, what does that have to do with?
He don't want to fight, bro.
Yeah, I don't even. I never heard that until just now. Like,
he did an interview with Coppinger and the dude on the podcast today. You gotta check it out. He said he was talking about they never been in negotiations to make the Bud fight, and he said if they do, it's gonna be his promoter and it'll be Bob Arum versus Al Heyman gonna sit down and make the fight. He said Bomac, I don't know what he do. He's not gonna be involved in negotiations. But we all know Bomac is the manager of Terrence Bud Crawford. B&B Boxing, that's Bomac and Bud. Yo, they come on, man. That's telling me that
he should know.
You throwing rocks at the negotiation.
Exactly. That shows that you got out, bro. That shows you got out, and if you can win, he should never if I was on PBC, I would never tell him to say that. I was like, bro, stop saying that. You giving Crawford more confidence because Crawford was confident, but after that setback situation 2 years ago, he became even more confident. He's like, "Oh, this dude is intimidated by me." But look, did you look at the body language when Shakur Stevenson and Boots met Crawford? You know the body language. Look at the body language when Boots met Crawford. It was like because Boots got that Muhammad Ali confidence. Boots ain't Earl, bro. He believe he can beat Crawford, and that's what we want to see. If he lose, he just lose, but he believe it, bro.
Boots is a problem, man. Like I think me seeing him like live, like up close and personal, like not only have I seen him in the gym, but I've seen him like actually at a fight. He fought at the 2300 Arena in Philly a couple times. And like when you actually see, he looks fast on TV, but when you actually see him like live and in person, like it's completely different. Like if you think Boots is the goods and you just seen him on TV, wait till you see him live. It's crazy. Like
that's crazy because this dude be fighting in some heavy ass shorts. You know what I'm saying? All that swag. Imagine him in some basic ass shorts.
Yo, got them same people that made Wilder costume, man, make Boots trunks and shit.
And he's still
like
fast.
25 pounds, man. I'm like, God damn, Boots.
That's crazy. I just want, like, I think he got it. I just want to see him in more step up fights. Like Delorme is perfect. You know what I'm saying? Then build from there.
Yeah.
Just keep him active.
And you know what, L-Dub, with the Delorme fight, it's a perfect fight. And on top of that, I'm surprised he even got the fight. Because he's not signed with Heyman. And I always thought Boots was going to get to a certain point, and then he was just going to have bullshit opponents until he signed with Heyman or whatever, you know. But his promoter is a smaller promoter, you know what I'm saying? But his advisor is pretty heavy. Like his advisor is pretty heavy.
Yeah.
If I'm not, say it again.
Cameron Duncan?
No, it's somebody else, and they actually have some legal dispute.
Yeah,
and that's another thing that's holding up Boots. But eventually he's probably gonna sign with Heyman.
Yeah, he will.
Because Heyman's not gonna put none of his main guys up against Boots until he got him under contract. That's just how it go.
The best thing Boots got going for him though is Steven Espinoza, because he got the network. So if the network,
love him.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that might be his best promoter, real talk, quote unquote. As long as you keep him active, he a problem though.
Yeah, but Dub, check this out though. They was trying to get Broner to fight Boots. Broner turned that shit down.
Yeah, I want he better not do that.
Ooh.
Broner turned that down, and that was over a year ago.
Remember when a few months ago it was a rumor that he was gonna fight Maurice Hooker, who had just turned him down. He said, "Look at Steven Espinoza." I won't be surprised if they take that fight afterwards. But will Maurice Hooker take the fight? I'm not sure, but that'll be a hell of a fight.
Yeah, that's a good fight.
I know two guys for sure turned down this fight. It was Formella. He turned it down. He went to go. He about to fight Conor Ben, and then Abel Ramos. He turned it down. And those are good fights for Boots. But I think next year, like it's like that's why he got to get his promotional thing right, because he's close enough in those rankings where he can get some type of eliminator. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because if Steven Espinoza, and one thing I noticed that was strange. First of all, you notice that he's fighting on a PBC card.
Yeah.
Again, notice it was strange. They had his highlights on a PBC's web on YouTube. I was like, I said, okay, they probably And Leonard Ellerby made some comments about him. I think it was in the summer or before. He was like, trust me, bro, behind the scenes.
But you know what though? If Showtime was smart, like if you think about it, like Showtime really doesn't have, like, of course they had PBC, but they don't have that one fighter that is synonymous with the network. You know, back in the day, Showtime had fighters that were synonymous with the network. HBO had fighters that were synonymous with the network. If they were smart, they would just give Boots the keys.
Yeah,
they would just give him the keys. Give him the keys, let him fight on regular Showtime, and just give him the keys and let him work. Let him work.
Yep.
Let him work. Because I'm like, they need a superstar, to be honest with you. PBC needs a superstar. PBC has the best roster, but there's other promotional companies that have the better superstars.
That's facts.
I
You know what I'm
agree.
saying?
PBC, their three biggest fighters is Tank, Wilder, and Errol Spence. We all, probably all agree with that, right? As far as super.
Yeah. Yeah. It's about right. And I mean, Wilder's in a PR nightmare right now.
Yeah, he is.
Tank is getting babied. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and I think Tank ready for the smoke. It's just Mayweather's moving Tank the way he was moving himself, like later on in his career.
And that's what I'm saying. If he was to move himself like he was moving, like his first 20 fights or whatever, when he became world champion, then Tank he'll probably be pound for pound number one because he'll have all those fights. Because when Floyd was champion at 130, he was calling for the other champions. He couldn't get them. He couldn't get Casamao and Robert Garcia and Freitas. Just imagine, like, Floyd's resume is crazy already. But imagine if we had those three fighters. And,
man. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
It's crazy, like, because Floyd, I was going back and forth with my buddy about this. I'm like, you can make a legit argument that Pretty Boy Floyd resume is better than Money Mayweather resume. You know what I'm saying? Like, Floyd's resume before he turned into Money Mayweather, that resume was serious.
Morales, Angel Manfredi,
yep.
Genaro Hernandez,
yep.
Hernandez.
Yeah, it was Gotti.
More exciting, though.
Yep. He fought a lot.
It was crazy. Like
Baltimore. He fought a lot of guys that's like that guy Philip Endo. He was 31-1 with 30 knockouts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Almost got that fight, wasn't he? Or he mentioned him. Because dude was South African. I remember them mentioning Nella or something on the broadcast.
That's my favorite fight though. With Floyd, he was against the ropes. He did a shoulder roll.
Yeah.
Fight like James Toney and that shit. I was like,
you know what? You know, A-Dub, the fight I enjoyed the most. Well, one of the ones I enjoyed the most of Floyd was Zab.
Oh yeah, that was
the Zab fight. Like, if you need a blueprint on A, how to handle a southpaw, and B, how to handle a southpaw that got off to a hot start. Yeah, like, that's the fight to watch, because he was down 4-0. Yeah. And let's be real, it should have been 4-0 with a knockdown.
With the knockdown, yeah.
Yeah, should have been 4-0 with a knockdown. And after that, he just flipped the switch. Like, he just flipped the switch. Like, it was just like, I think it might have been the 8th or the 9th round, but I'm pretty sure both of y'all remember this. Like, Floyd was so confident that this nigga threw a left uppercut from the outside. Remember, he threw the left uppercut from the outside, and Zab dipped it, and then he followed it up with a straight right hand, knocked it through the ropes. I said, oh man, I said that was crazy. Like,
he could have stopped him.
Yeah, like, he could stop him.
I like what he was doing. He wasn't throwing no crazy hard shots. He was just touching jab, like straight right hands, the hook, and then he was stabbing to the body. But all his shots, it was just touching shots. He wasn't trying to put a lot of stuff on that. You know what I'm saying?
Them straight right hands to the body was killing Zab. But that was the formula for Zab, though.
Said he went to Floyd gym and Floyd pulled him over. He's like, bro, all your punches don't have to be long shots. And he's like, you know what? That's true. And he started working on his short shots. And the dude that was interviewing, I forget the guy on Fight Hype, said that it must be working because he looked sharper on his punches. So that's good to take advice. He be giving out advice. You got to take
Floyd
around. Yeah, he was. That's what. He ain't gonna sit around and baby your ass up, but if he got information, he'll give you some information.
Floyd to give you the game, and it's crazy because I think that's the one thing that made Floyd special is one thing for you to be fast, is one thing for you to be quick, but if you don't know how to change gears when you have that talent, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the difference between being a Floyd Mayweather and an Andre Berto, or Floyd Mayweather and a Amir Khan. Like, both of those guys were probably faster than Floyd, probably purest hand speed, but they didn't know how to change gears. All of their punches was the same speed, so it was easy to adjust to them after like 2 rounds or so. You know what I'm saying? But so it's Floyd's something different.
He was smart in the ring. And I like how he can walk you down, but he have no intentions to be active. If that makes sense, right?
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? He walking
Right.
you down to slow down your activity.
The Ricky Hatton fight, Dub. The Ricky Hatton fight.
Yeah.
He kept on after the first maybe 2-3 rounds. He just started walking Hatton down, but he was really just hitting him with the stab jab. And he was setting him up for like 3-4 rounds, and then he just started hitting him with that right hand over the top. Like he had him looking at his belly the whole time. I'm like, oh my goodness.
G5, we gotta talk about this because Crawford is like, if this was a video game, you know, Floyd would be on it. Crawford is a video game character. We gotta talk about this. Prime Floyd versus Prime Crawford, bro. Y'all, I want to hear y'all perspective on that. We can do it at one or one.
Dub, you want to go first?
Yeah, I still like Floyd in that fight, man, because I think Floyd
defense, right?
I think he got better defense and stuff like that. But I just think I don't think no boxer is as smart as Floyd in the ring. Like I haven't seen it. Now maybe
she was capping for her. She was capping for her. See, there you go.
I'm not capping. No, that's a different matchup though. You talking about Tommy? See, there you go. You want to start?
But you just said nobody is. Which one? Hearns is.
Say it again. I can hear you.
Hearns is smarter than him or not?
I didn't say
picking her.
I was picking. I like, bro. No, see, there you go. Nah, I was picking Hearns because of the matchup. But I think this is a different matchup with Bud and Floyd. You know what I'm saying? I think
closer,
Bud,
bro.
Look, listen, Bud can give Floyd some trouble because of his reach and the way he can switch it. He can switch a game up too and make Floyd think too. But I don't think he's gonna outthink Floyd. And I think it'd be like a highly technical fight. It might be similar to how Zab was, but Bud not gonna fold up like Zab. You know what I'm saying? So he a dog. So I think it'll be a tough fight. But I think I got Floyd in that fight.
Yeah, once in a life, I spend 1,000 for that. That should be crazy. What do you think, G5?
I like Floyd by like close decision, and the only reason I say that Bud gets off the slow starts, and Floyd gets off the slow starts too, but he's not as slow as Bud. Yeah. Bud, I can run off maybe 5 fights off the top of my head where Bud has been down the first 3 rounds. Mm-hmm. You can't afford to do that against Floyd. No, you can't. So I think he would lose. I think Bud will lose. I could see him losing a 7-5, 8-4, but he's probably turning up at the back end of the fight.
But
yeah, I think
I can see that. Yeah, but it's getting closer, bro. If he keep doing certain things, but that shit is amazing, bro.
Yeah, Bud is something. But the thing that's crazy is like, you know, he's gonna switch from orthodox to southpaw. Is this a matter of when? Yeah. And you can prepare for it all you want, but once he goes from orthodox to southpaw, you have to be special.
Yeah.
To adjust to that. Like, you have to be special to adjust that. So take Spence. If he fights Spence and he goes from orthodox to southpaw, like, Spence is not going to be able to handle that. Spence is not going to be able to handle that.
Floyd had the straight right, and then Floyd go to the body, and see Floyd can fight on the inside like James Toney, and Homeboy, his inside game ain't like Floyd Crawford. Yeah. He need a little.
That's my favorite fighter of all time, James Toney.
That's my bro. That's my
that's my favorite fighter of all time, man.
That's my dog, bro. Listen though, James Toney, that's my dog right there, bro.
James was ahead of his time, man. Like the way James fought, he was ahead of his time. For sure. I don't think he gets enough credit for what he's done in his career. Like, I mean, he went through a streak where Dub, correct me if I'm wrong, I think he went through like a 12 or 18 month span where he had like 10 championship fights, bro.
Yeah, I think that was like after he beat Nunn. He fought a lot of times.
Yeah, he fought a bunch of times. Like one of my favorite fights was when he fought Tim Littles. When he had the crazy cut over his eye.
He got cut. Yeah.
Like, Tony was something different. But it's a lot of guys that now there's very few guys in the game that fight like Tony. I don't know if there's anybody in the game that fights like James Toney.
I think Canelo try a little bit with the upper body movement.
Yeah.
The upper body movement.
See that can do it. I know can do it is Floyd. I mean, they from the same city, Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
That's the only person I can see. That's why I was like, when I break the fight down with Crawford, I was like, bro, he literally can fight like James Toney. I mean, we see it in the Philip Endo in a sense.
Oh yeah, that was my favorite fight. But I like the James Toney and the McCallum fights. That shit is like watching fighters on the pads. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Their styles mesh together so well. You know what I'm saying? And Mike McCallum, he actually made James Toney better. You know what I'm saying? A better craftsman in the ring, a better technician, because he had to learn from that shit, because everything he did, he countered him. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, because he fought, I think he fought Iran Barkley after that fight. And that's probably I told you know what?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, it's this kid right in the Midwest. He fighted 140. He only like 20 years old. So he barely knows anything about James Toney. I told him, I said, if you want to know how to catch and shoot, you want to know how to counter, you want to know how to play defense but keep yourself in position to land your shots, I said, go watch James Toney versus Iran Barkley. Bro, he hit me up an hour later. He was amazed. He was like, yo, like, what the fuck did you just put me on? Like, he was like, yo, that shit is crazy. Like, he had homeboy looking lumped up like crazy. Like,
James Toney, he was nice.
I'm reading some of the even more. I didn't know you was right about that with Crawford and his sister. I guess they responded to Errol Spence. What they saying about that one? They should stop with that part right there, because see, that's a trick. See, they fall into the Errol Spence trick to make it seem like he don't really want to fight. So that's like a psychological trick. They take 60-40. If he don't respond, just act like he don't really want it.
Yeah.
So, that ain't.
You already talking about, like, he already just said, well, if it ain't 50-50 and the fight ain't gonna be made, bro, you just gotta do that behind the scenes, bro.
I know.
Because
to be honest, they can both do 45-45 to win to get the other 10%.
Yeah, that's
I'm with that. I'm with that.
That's what it's
going to get it popping.
That's what it's.
But Spence, like, Danny ain't gonna be no easy. Danny ain't gonna be no easy go. He's not gonna be no easy go. Like,
I'll try to tell Jalik that. Jalik he said 9-3.
9-3. I'm gonna tell you why, Jalik. I'm gonna tell you why it's gonna be a problem for Spence. I'm gonna tell you why it's gonna be a problem for Spence, and it has nothing to do with the accident. It has nothing to do with the accident. Danny might be the best catch and shoot guy in the sport. He might be the best catch and shoot guy in the sport. Spence is probably in the top 5. The one thing that's going to be trouble for Spence in this fight, and it makes it so.
Oh, my man, he jumped out. I think he fell off for a second.
Where he has to think about how many times he goes to the body. You're not going to trade, like, Spence is not going to be able to sit on the inside with Danny and just dig. He's going to have to eat hooks. He's going to eat hooks.
So you saying he's gonna slow down? He's gonna slow down Spence's work rate because of the counter punch. That's what I said.
It's gonna be right. It's gonna be Danny, that slow, methodical pace. That's right up. That's right up Danny's alley. That's right up Danny's alley. Now, the only thing with Danny is while he's looking for them home run shots, he tends to not be busy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So that might get him where he might lose the fight. But if he's busy, like active with the jab, he got a serious shot of beating Spence.
Hey,
his style fits perfect.
That was my breakdown. That's what I said to you. You said Jalik asked
and I haven't heard your breakdown.
Oh, I see. There you go. Jalik asked me, listen, if I was coaching Danny, what would I do? I said you gotta get active with the jab. I think he got to be a little bit more aggressive and make sure he's close to Spence so he can catch and shoot. And if he's on his game and sharp when he catching and shooting, it's going to slow down Spence's work rate, because you can't look Danny. If you can't throw more than 2 punches at Danny without him letting something go.
How's he going to go? His arms is real short. I think I went to the in the Ortiz fight. I walked right by him. I think he's 5'8". Of course, he's shorter than me, but his arms is real small, so it's the way his body is positioned. And then at the Red Cat fight, him not landing that left hook. Now he can box a little bit better than people give him credit for in his right hand, but him getting past the jab is gonna be. I see him win maybe 3 rounds.
That's a problem for him.
The straight. First of all, Danny does very well against southpaws. That's number one.
What do you think of the Red Cat fight, G5?
Red Cash is very awkward. He's extremely awkward. So I was expecting for Danny not to look stylistically good in that fight. It's hard to look good against Red Cash just because he got like that funky style, like, you know what I'm saying. But the thing with Danny, he don't waste shots, and when that hook lands, it causes damage. Like, even though he lost to Sean Porter, me personally, I thought he beat Sean, but nobody's landed that many clean shots against Sean Porter than Danny. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could make a highlight reel of the shots that Danny was landing on Sean.
You see, Steve Willis. You see Steve Willis face in that fight.
Oh yeah, his face was twisting up all crazy the whole fight. Like, I still like Sean Porter won that fight off of activity. Yeah, I say Sean Porter wins all of his fights off of activity. Every fight Sean Porter is in, you cannot make a highlight reel and land the shots. You can't.
He smothered his work.
Listen, he talks about footwork all the time. His footwork is really good. It's just he has a hard time judging distance. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when he's on the outside, a lot of times when he popping his jab, he's too far on the outside to where he's out jabbing people, but his jab is not really effective like that.
Yeah,
you know what
sometimes he shoot the jab real short. He'll throw a bunch of jabs, but he'll probably could. If he throw 5, he'll hit like 1 time.
He'll throw a short joint. He'll throw a short joint, Dub, and usually with fighters, they'll throw the short jab, and you expecting something over the top. Like, he'll just throw a short jab and won't throw nothing over the top.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, I'm looking at here. I subscribe. I got like a week trial. Homeboy talking real greasy, like he a street dude, Bob Arum.
He been like that. He been like that.
I seen the first article. He said on this kind. He said, I don't give a shit if his team got mad at me. What I say that was wrong. I show him now how much we lost on his fights. I'm no longer in the business of losing money on pro. Oh, yeah, they done, bro.
Yeah, Bob Arum is a.
If he loses, just let him go. Just let him go.
But you know what though? Bob Arum, if you go back on Bob Arum's track record, he's done the same thing. He's done the same thing to Tim Bradley. He's done the same thing to Floyd. Yep. He's aired out Manny Pacquiao a couple times.
Don't forget about Rigo.
Yes. And the thing is, the one thing I respect about Bob Arum is everybody get the same sauce. He give everybody the same sauce.
Yeah.
I can't do nothing but respect that.
And you know what I'm saying? I guess he's about to retire. He's 88 years old. But if you just a few weeks ago, he was talking about Teofimo. He tried to present the picture that Teofimo was greedy and didn't deserve the higher purse, and he tried to lie and make it seem like homeboy gave him extra money.
That's a negotiating thing. To be honest with you, from a business end, I'd have did the same thing. Because if you look at it, he probably pocketed about $200,000 just off of that one rumor.
No, I'm talking about Bob Arum trying to make Teofimo look bad for
absolutely, yeah. Because what happened, Teofimo was talking trash on social media about Bob Arum. That's what triggered it. So essentially, what Bob Arum did, he just flipped the script, made it on Teofimo, and the fight got made, and he probably ended up making more money off of it because he made Teofimo look like he didn't want the fighter. He was being greedy. But so that's
when is Core's contract up, and when is Teo's contract up? Now, homeboy, you get what I'm saying? And that's why Andre Ward is in a conflict of interest, because it's like, okay, if he done this to Crawford, who's super excited, I love Shakur. But his excitement level isn't there, and the excitement level generates the money. So if they do that to him, even though homeboy has a different personality, What are they doing? If they do this to,
Well,
man, it's crazy, bro.
but they got a different you know, Shakur got a whole different team. Like when you got Jay Prince behind you, it's just certain things that Bob Arum's not gonna do. Like it's the difference between having, you know, Jay Prince behind you and having Bo Mack behind you. You know what I'm saying? Jay Prince just moved different, and we all know why.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it's just Shakur's not gonna have to go through that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not gonna have to go through that. You know, so because I mean, yeah, Jay Prince something different, and you know, Bob Arum had that situation with when Floyd was getting out of his contract.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they sent them boys to Floyd's gym, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Bob Arum ain't stupid. He's not stupid, man. Like them type of dudes like Jay Prince, Rick Ross, like those just dudes like you see like they're in the fight game now, and it's really for fighters to make sure they're not getting shafted.
Yo,
Like that's really what it is.
I'll tell you another promoter like that, or another guy that's in boxing like that, but he under the radar. You know, the Shabazz brothers out of Maryland.
Yeah,
He like that too.
Yeah,
he ain't playing around.
yeah, the Shabazz brothers. Yeah, and the thing that's crazy, Rick Ross actually signed my bro from out of Philly. He signed his son. He fight at 135. Not fear Charles.
Yeah, I seen.
He was on Vlad TV. He was on Vlad TV, and
Okay.
Rick Ross actually signed. He's the Not Fear Charles is the first guy that he signed under an advisory deal, but Rick Ross actually works with a lot of the Philly fighters. I met him at the J Rock. He worked with J Rock too. I met him at the J Rock and Rosario weigh-in. And he remembered me because I was the only person that didn't shove a camera in his face. Like I just chopped it up with him. I just talked to him, just chopped it up with him. So when I seen him after that, he was like, "Oh, yo, G5, what's going on?" And he was like, "I remember you because you was the only one that ain't shove a camera in my face." You know what I mean? So it's crazy good. But I'm like, I'm not gonna shove a camera in Rick Ross' face. Like, I'm like, hell no. Like I'm media and all that.
G5,
like,
you gotta give us the exclusive, bro.
Huh?
Who is you gotta give us the exclusive, bro? Who's gonna be J Rock's trainer? That's what we all want to know, bro.
Right.
Be Bozy.
You know what?
Who's gonna be his trainer, bro?
I know. Listen, I know who it's gonna be. I've been sworn to secrecy.
Yeah,
I know who. I know who though. If you on Twitter?
Yeah.
You on Twitter? All right.
G5 Jeff on Twitter?
Yes.
Okay.
So we'll chop it up. We'll chop it up on there. I don't know when they're gonna announce it.
Is it gonna be Bozy? Is it gonna be John David Jackson?
The one thing I can tell you is neither one of them. I can't say that. It's neither one of them. I think Bozy would have been a smart hey, you know what? Hey Dub, you mind if I elaborate on the J Rock thing?
Oh no, go ahead, bro.
Okay.
About that earlier.
Hey Jalik, check this out. So J Rock won the title against Jarrett Hurd, right? And he lost his title to Jason Rosario in Philly. Here's a little backstory on that. J Rock, let's just put it like this: the J Rock that was preparing for the Jarrett Hurd fight was not the same J Rock that was training for Jason Rosario. He was on his Hollywood shit. In Philly, we were not surprised that J Rock lost that fight. Period.
Wow. That's crazy.
We were not surprised. I'm gonna tell you why, bro.
Wow.
He trains. I know a lot of people that be like in the gyms and all that.
Yeah.
So J Rock was, wrapping up camp. So J Rock went from rolling with like 2-3 dudes after he won the title. He rolling with like 15-20. Like that's facts. So
but I always see him on Twitter saying that's not how you roll. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, typically that's not how he rolled, but after he won that Jarrett Swift fight, yeah, that's how he was rolling. Like point blank. And he was in the gym, and there's a guy that everybody in Philly spars. I'm not gonna put his name out there, but basically, he's probably one of the most passive defensive fighters you're gonna find. Period. Like if you want to get your offense off or work on your offense, you get him the spar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This guy was sparring J-Rock at the end of his training camp. Dude was getting off on J-Rock.
Oh wow.
He was getting off on that. He was getting busy on him. Like, I mean, offensively, like letting his hands go and all that. We in the gym. Like my homie was in the gym and he called me. He said, "Yo, I think J-Rock in trouble." And I'm like, "Why?" And he told me the story, and I'm like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "Yeah, he is in trouble." And I'm like, "All right, let me see how he looked during the weigh-ins." He looked like trash during the weigh-in.
Oh wow.
I even asked Rick Ross. Me and Rick Ross was talking about it. I said, Rick Ross, I said, "Did J-Rock look right?" He said, "To be honest with you, nah." He was like, "You don't." He walked by me, and Jamil was there. YSM, he was there.
Yeah.
He was there. He'll tell you. Yeah, he'll tell you. He walked by me, and I said, J-Rock, I said, "Let's get this dub tomorrow." He said, "I got you." Threw the hoodie over his head, walked out. Now, this is where the story get crazy. I was cool with one of the guys that fought on the undercard, and he's from Atlanta, right?
Okay.
So I was in contact with him and his team and all that. So the guy from Atlanta, his trainer hit me up 3:00 in the morning, right? Hit me up 3:00 in the morning. He said, "Yo, G5," he said, "we all at the same hotel." He's like, "We all at the same hotel. Somebody pulled the fire alarm." He was like, "I was in the same area with J-Rock." He was like, "Yo, when I say he looked like he's sick, he looks sick."
Oh wow.
He was like, "He looks sick." I said, "Word." I said, "Word." I said, "For real?" And he like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "You joking?" And he like, "Nah." He was like, "Everybody got to stay at the same." Hey. He was like, "Everybody got to stay at the same hotel. Like, even though he's in his home city, he got to stay at the same hotel." You know what I'm saying? But I heard the day of the fight, somebody else was like, "Yo, like he was like not right, like making weight, all of that, trying to rehydrate and all that." So
Yeah.
we knew like when J-Rock was looking the way he was looking.
Damn, I like J-Rock too, man. Okay. And Redman, I think, made a good combination because I mean, I was following Redman. I think Redman was boxing talk. But hopefully he can rebound. I mean, you learn through your losses, but
That's crazy.
guy, bro.
Did you meet them? I don't think you met Joe. I know.
Yeah, that's that inside information, yo, that you would never know about these fighters, bro.
That's the stuff that'll help you when you betting, though.
I know.
That's the stuff that judges know. That's why they be usually there. They got people that know people.
You know, yeah, it was, bro. It was crazy, man. Like it was absolutely crazy. So we was not surprised at all. We wasn't surprised at all.
G5, you don't gotta say nothing, but my guess, J-Rock's trainer is Virgil Hunter. That's what I guess, but I
it's not him
wrong.
either.
Okay, I bet
it's not him either.
All right,
it's not him either. You know what? I'm gonna give it to y'all off record.
Okay.
But I don't really like the move. I don't like the move. Like I think Bozy would have been a better choice. Yep. I think trying to think who else. Even Virgil would have been.
Yeah, I was thinking Virgil because of the whole snack connection. You know what I'm saying?
I'm on somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I like once I tell y'all who, y'all gonna be like, really? Like you know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But I don't think J-Rock needed to change trainers. I just think he need to move up. I think he need to move up.
Yeah, he been struggling to make 54 for a minute, yo.
For a long dub, you ain't lying.
Yeah,
he been struggling for, I would say, at least a year and a half.
Redman got his at year and a half. The way he broke it down, he said he just couldn't do it. He can't like J-Rock. He got a certain way about himself that he ain't gonna just do it like that. So, and I respect that. You know what I'm saying? And if he ain't really if he gonna move up, down, because it's gonna be tougher at 160. I mean, but I mean, you never know. He might get
Well,
fill out at
so the
160.
thing is, if he been, well, I know he's been struggling to make 154. He was actually, bro, to be honest with you, he was having problems making 154 for the Jamal fight. Keep it all the way in pain. Like if you notice in that fight, that fight compared to the J-Rock, I mean the Swift Hurd fight, Swift was landing some good shots. J-Rock was eating them. You see with Jamal, he got hurt with a jab. Like, he got hurt with a jab.
Hey, you know,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
have a take on the J Rock and Hurd fight. I thought J Rock would have been. I knew he was going to be ready for that fight for a couple of reasons. The one, he was he was an underdog. And I think a lot of fighters fight better when you get written off. And two,
True.
he was going through that training camp doing a spiritual journey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's the
correct.
you know you gotta have a fighter mentally prepared. I'd rather have a mentally prepared fighter than probably a physical fighter because mentally you can you can push your way through a fight. You know what I'm saying? If you're not feeling yourself mentally, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of guys that come in with injuries because they're mentally strong. They can fight through that. It's nothing. So I think those are two key things that when I seen that fight get made, I was like, yo, J-Rock got a chance, bro.
Yeah, 100% right. And that was a bad style matchup for Swift Hurd. And the thing is, like, he didn't have to fight J-Rock. That was the thing. Like, he didn't have to fight J-Rock. He chose to fight him. And Swift Hurd has one of those styles where if he fights the pure boxer, if he don't end up catching them guys late, he's losing. Tony Harrison was the same thing. Tony Harrison was boxing Swift Hurd ears off.
Yeah, he was.
You know what I'm saying? He was boxing his ears off, and he caught him late. Same thing with Laura. Laura was winning that fight, caught him late.
Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of been his, his recipe for success. But he was gonna run into that one person where it was just like it just wasn't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It just so happened to be J-Rock. You know what I'm saying? Hey, can I run a question by y'all real quick?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Listen, Jermell Charlo, Jason Rosario. Did Rosario take a dive, yo?
No, I don't think so.
Talk to me.
It looked weird.
It was weird. I think it did look weird though. I think maybe my man had something going on before the fight. I don't think he probably made the weight right or something like that. But I felt like I don't think it was a dive though. I give Mel full credit because I felt like he was gonna stop him anyway though.
Yeah. You know what?
I thought homeboy hit. I seen a picture with him. It looked like he had a hurt elbow or something. I don't know, but at least he didn't make his excuse though. So I respect that. If he did have something pre going on.
Yeah. Hey, Jalik, the reason I asked that question is because I haven't dropped the interview yet, but it's two guys out of Iowa, but they fight in Minnesota. Like they middleweights. They fight at 160. They fight under management. It's called 1-2 boxing, right? So one of the guys is on the same Olympic team with Wilder, Gary Russell, and all them. But he caught a drug case. He did like 3 years in jail. You know what I'm saying? So he's like 30, 31, but he's like 7-8-0 right now. So I talked to both of them about the Jason Rosario situation, and they was like, yo, it had to been something going on with him because they was like, it's no way you react like that off of a jab to the body. And to be honest with you, Jalik, he partially blocked it.
Yeah,
you look at it, he partially blocked the jab.
I think he was winning the fight. Like that.
I think I had Mel win. I had him winning in rounds, but I had Mel up because of the knockdowns.
Yeah. I had
like
Mel up. Yeah, I had Mel up. But Rosario, people don't realize Rosario was in camp. He was in camp for like a half a year.
Yeah,
for J-Rock because he was supposed to fight. He was supposed to fight somebody else.
No, yeah, I got you.
And it fell through. But he never stopped training.
Yeah, the guy, the IBF mandatory, he's supposed to fight him on the Quiller Angulo undercard, but he pulled out. He pulled out the same time Rosario pulled out with a hand injury, right? Quote unquote.
Yes.
But that was around the same time Hurd turned down the rematch clause for J-Rock. So J-Rock was looking for an opponent.
And he
Yeah,
knew,
I remember.
and Rosario knew he knew he was going to get that shot. So that quote unquote hand injury, yeah,
Yeah,
quote unquote,
yeah.
Right.
for sure, quote
So
unquote.
I don't want to get off subject, but Melo might go to the Golden State because Anthony Edwards was #1 pick for Minnesota.
No,
Melo,
no. Watson went #2 to Golden State.
Oh,
Melo
where
went.
Melo go?
who's the
Melo
number?
went. Melo went to. He went #3 to Charlotte.
Oh,
Ooh,
Westbrook. Then that's
Yeah.
quite interesting. He can gun. He might get Rookie of the Year because he can do whatever he wants down there.
oh
They,
yeah,
but they also got
actually they backcourt nice though. Charlotte,
the nice though.
Yeah. Yep. They had the dude Graham from Kansas
yeah, Graham and Melo.
and Rozier though. Rozier didn't really. He fell off this year. I think he got that contract.
Yeah, but they probably his contract not crazy though. He probably can get traded.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hearing they trying to trade my man Kimbo Walker already. I'm like, bro, this game is crazy. Boxing
Yeah,
6 weeks,
I
bro. That's too fast. I need
Kimba wasn't healthy neither though. He wasn't healthy in the bubble. You know what I'm saying? Like I hope they don't trade him. You know what I'm saying? But Kimba that deal though, man.
I
Like,
like Kimbo Walker, bro.
Kimba that deal. Eastern Conference gonna be like murderers row, yo.
Yeah, they're gonna have to get rid of the coach, bro.
Who?
He just can't get over the hump. I think he should rebuild, kind of like how Doc Rivers was when he was in Orlando and then he went to Boston.
You talking about Boston? Who you talking about Boston rebuilding?
Let him go to the Knicks. The coach, he can't get to the hump. He can't get over the hump. It's obvious. Like something is going on with that.
You talking about for Boston?
Brad Stevens, yeah, he got to start.
I like Brad Stevens.
I like him.
I just think,
bro.
I think what happened, you had a combination of Kimba not being healthy, and then Hayward got hurt again for that 2-week period. That messed their flow up. You know what I'm saying? But they roster is there though. They roster there. They need one more big man. They need one big man, and they straight.
The Sixers really trade Horford?
Yes.
After 1 year? Wow, that was.
They got Danny Green though. That's a good look.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, they got Danny Green. That's a good look.
Oh yeah, for shooting Danny Green. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they got Danny Green. So now you got Shake. You got Shake. You can start Shake, Danny Green, Tobias Harris, have Embiid at the 5 and Simmons at the 4. That's tough.
Yeah. We'll see if they get in the draft though. It's gonna be interesting.
Hey, yo, the Knicks, they got the kid from Dayton, the one that had all those crazy dunks in college last year. Obi Toppin, they got him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And, Atlanta got Okongwu, the guy who played with Melo in high school.
Okay.
USC.
Yeah, good too. Oh wow, I didn't know these guys.
And Detroit got the young point guard Killian Hayes from France, Southpaw.
Yeah, Hayes is nice.
Yeah,
he's nice.
Yeah,
Hey, Dub, what fights we got this weekend? We got.
We see what.
I mean, you got the zone card. You know what I'm saying?
I like that card, bro.
Ben versus Famela.
Yeah, Famela got a shot.
He laughing this shit.
God, G5, you know this guy is like beyond. I'm a diehard. He beyond me, bro. He watched the 2-round fights.
I watched all of them, bro.
Listen, bro. Hey, Jalik, let me tell you the fight I was at with Vozdik and Beterbiev.
Yeah,
bro. When I say, I think Jamil might have been there with me too, like early. I was probably one of the first like 10 people in there.
Oh wow!
Like, I'm literally sitting in the media joint by myself.
Oh wow! Yeah.
And the first fight of the card is going down, the untelevised portion. Yeah. And I'm just sitting there. I'm about as happy as can be. I'm just sitting there. I'm just happy. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I am, yo.
That's me. I watch the 4-round fights, but that's why I'm like, hey, Dub. The thing that's crazy, huh? Okay. The thing that's crazy, Dub, is when people be like, "Oh yeah, I got an undercard slot on a big time card." I don't be trying to hear that shit, cause I'm like, yo, if you're on the untelevised portion, I'm like, you're fighting in an arena where nobody's there, just like if you was at a club fight.
Yeah.
Like, let's keep it a bean. Like, let's keep it a bean. Like, let's keep it 100. Like, it's less than like them untelevised portions. The only people that's watching you is your friends and your family.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, unless you're on the televised portion, yeah, like you fighting on one of them cards, it don't mean anything.
I'm like
Don't
that
mean
too,
anything.
yo. Every time I go to a fight, I'm there as soon as the shit opened up. Like I went to Wilder Fury 2. I was in there with Rolly. It wasn't nobody in there but like the officials and stuff like that. And Rolly fought. I, I was in there.
Kicking it with what's his
I
name?
was
Shady and what's the referee name? Jay Shady.
Jay Nady.
Jay Nady.
Yeah, they got the jackets and everything. They come out there together.
They
You know
look
what I'm
like
saying?
you know how the officials, the old school NBA officials used
Yeah.
to have them the bomber looking jackets,
Yeah.
satin looking joints. Yeah, that's how they come in. That's how they come into the arena. I was pissed off because some of the concession stands wasn't even set up yet.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get a bite to eat, man. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, y'all ain't set up yet. And the dude was like, yo, like, ain't nobody supposed to be in here. I'm like, yo, what's somebody in there fighting? Like, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's
Hey, look, I got another one though. When I went to Beltran and Comey after the card went on, whatever the TV fights, they had one more fight. It was Junior Favre versus Dominique Gwynn, right? It wasn't nobody in there. It was just like
Lou scrap.
Yeah, it was a good fight. It was Lou DiBella because he promotes Junior Favre, and then it was like Junior Favre probably had like 50 people, 50 Samoan, big thick ass dudes with him. Yo, so he was boxing and whatever. He got dropped like in the second round. Yo, you should have seen Lou DiBella, bro. He almost had a heart attack. but then he got back up and he boxed his way to a decision because Dominique Gwynn ran out of gas. But
So,
yo,
from Arkansas?
Yeah, Dominique Gwynn, the former contender.
Yeah.
Dominique
Gwynn. Yeah. Like but Dub, you exactly right, bro. Like it's those them fights that I be watching. Like them. Matter of fact, you know what? You know what fight was crazy, Dub? It was a fight. It was two guys, I think 126 or 130. 126 or 130. And they fought after J-Rock and Jason Rosario. When I say it was 10 rounds too, bro. When I say they got it in, they got it in. Like we were sitting, me and a couple of my people, we were sitting in there. We was like in the second level, which is still good in the lead course. Like you feel like you're right in the ring. Man, we moved right down in the media section. We sitting there while they was getting that shit in. Like they be the best fights.
Yeah.
That fight after the main event.
Yeah.
Yo, Jaleel, you went to her and J-Rock, didn't you?
Yeah, I went to that.
Yeah.
I'm on front though. I'll be there, but my attention span, I got the chick with me like certain fights. But the what's the dude that won? He fought Korobov. That fight was controversial.
Oh, Ali.
Some people I ain't never heard of. I was like, bro, this fight was nice. The whole card was nice though. But other fights I be going to, I be coming late. I went to the Rigondeaux fight, right? And the Shakur was walking out the ring. I was like, damn, I ain't even see it. Oh, front, bro. Y'all way more diehard than me, and I consider myself a diehard.
Bro, bro, once you go to a card and you actually watch, now I know from a media perspective, that's the best time to be there. Like before the fight, like way before the fight, and way after the fight. Like I don't want to talk to people like while everybody else is there. Like from like the other media people. Like when I went to the Turbia fight, like T Street Controversy was there. You know what I'm saying?
He from Philly, right? I don't think.
Man, say it again.
He from Philly?
Yeah, he from Philly. And it's crazy because we that same night, Lomachenko and Usyk did a meet and greet. So me and T Street Controversy was actually in that area, like filming it. So somebody from Top Rank was like, yo, like you filming this? And we like, hell yeah, you know how many views this gonna get? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they be the best, like, for like, even if you're not media, if you a hardcore fan, like you'll see a lot of behind the scenes things that go down with boxing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before the crowd get in. So you get to see the score, the judges and all that. Like I'm telling you, like you gotta do it at least one time.
Yeah, I
if
can
it's for
see
like a
that.
local
You might
card.
get somebody's like the manager or somebody's system, somebody's family, and then a lot of people that ain't used to get interviews. You can probably get some good. So I can see that.
Yeah, you can see the section, like the people, like I think every fighter they might have a section of their family. Like Leo Santa Cruz,
Yes.
he fought on the
Yes.
undercard of Ortiz and Wilder. He had a whole section, like maybe about 25, 30 people.
Yeah.
They all had Santa Cruz gear on. I was like, okay, that's the people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yo, G5, yo, bro, you gonna break the internet. You get that Al Haymon interview, you gonna break the internet.
Listen,
know, right?
man,
Al, break the internet down,
but
bro.
you know the thing that's crazy with it's people that I know that's like cool with like Sam Watson's cool. Like Sam
Yeah.
Watson's cool. Like my first media show was the first media event I went to was Erickson Lubin and Nate Gallimore
Okay.
and Red PA. Like I just walked right up to him. And introduced myself, and he was like, "Yo, like, welcome, all that." Like he was like mad cool. Like he was mad cool, and like all of the YouTube heavy hitters was in there, like media wise, like the YouTube channels or whatever.
Yeah.
And like I wasn't talking to none of them. Like all of them were there for because Broner was there. I think Robert Easter fought Adrian Granados that night.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of people. Danny was there. It was a bunch of people there.
Recently,
So
in the 2019, right?
yes.
Yeah.
So
that was recently, yeah.
yeah. So a lot of them media people, like they would find Broner and just be all crowded around Broner, or they'll be around Danny and they all be crowded around Danny. Bro, I wasn't even around for that, bro. I waited till after the card. Bro. I'm talking to dudes outside in the parking lot. I'm talking to Paulie Malignaggi, Brian Custer, all them dudes. And it's like, it's the one thing that's cool about media is that you can approach it however you want to approach it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be in everybody's face all the time. Because you don't want somebody to see you coming and be like, oh, shit. They come to G5, you know, he gonna want to talk, he gonna want to do an interview and all that. Like, I don't want to give that
That's smart
impression. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool, man. Like it really is. But that's the reason why I go to shows early. Because you see,
you got to when you're the media too, though. Don't me. I'm not no shit.
Bro, you should do it. You should do it. Like you can, bro. You would add so much. You would add so much to your channel.
You know what it is, G5? I get so excited for fights, right? And I can't sit still. So it's best
I don't sit still either.
Yeah, I get too hyped, bro. I get too hyped for the fights. Like if it's the main event, I can't sit still. That's part of it too. I'm like, man, I can't sit still, bro.
Hey, Jalik, but let me tell you something, bro. This is the thing. When I went to the Nate Gallimore and the Erickson Lubin fight, I literally sat in press row with all of the other people. And I had people that had YouTube channels. They was like, yo, bro, like you gotta walk around, you gotta move around. And I'm like, first of all, like, mind your business. Like I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm doing my thing, like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, my first thing is I'm like, no, I'm not gonna front. Blue Blood was one of them.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, but I didn't know who he was. At the time. And he came, he walked up, introduced himself and all that. He was cool. You know what I'm saying? But I even told him, I was just like, nah, like, I'm here to watch the fights. I score the fights on top of watching them. You know what I'm saying? I score them. And then on top of that, then I'm gonna go find everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna go chop it up. Cause I'm like, I got more attention off of. There was some people that got interviews with Danny Garcia that night, and I got more views off of me filming the ring girl.
Yeah, that's smart. And you just don't, and that was your first one, so you only gonna keep mastering. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna represent for the 215, 267. So yeah, keep doing your thing, man.
Yeah, I listen. That's the thing. I'm like, but Jalik, I look at it this way, like from a media perspective. If I'm around all of the other media people interviewing Danny Garcia, then all you're gonna see on YouTube the next day is 20 different videos of Danny Garcia saying the same darn thing.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't want that. Like, I don't want that.
Oh, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
I
get
don't want
tired.
that.
Ones to be
Yeah,
on smart, bro.
you see it all the time. You see it all the time. Like when Rick Ross was at the J-Rock weigh-in, he literally asked me like, yo, like, why you didn't ask me for an interview? I said, because I know when I log into YouTube tomorrow, you're gonna have 10 interviews up.
Mm-hmm. Yo, you gotta do favor, G5. You gotta get Crawford's sister, bro. Like, she one of them hood joints. Like, listen.
What's her name? What's her name?
Letitia.
Listen, tell her I want to, yo, bro.
I seen her in person though at the joint.
Yo, bro,
I seen
I'll
her.
do it. You know who else I'm supposed to be interviewing? His homie, Bernie.
Oh, Bernie
the boxer. I'm supposed to be linking up with him.
Listen, bro. Listen. I can't wait. Listen, bro. Listen, bro.
Yo, the media stuff though, I think I can fit in with that shit too because when I be there, yo, I just be there as a fan, but I know I just walk up.
Listen, I had Dub. I'm gonna tell you,
you can do it, bro.
Entire card from top to bottom. So what I did for the Gallimore and Lubin fight is I reached out to everybody on that card on Instagram. Everybody. I had about 6 of those dudes reach out. I had Frank Sanchez reached out. I had a couple other dudes reached out. Literally, bro, like after they fought, they literally was hitting me up on Instagram like, yo, bro, like you in the building? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I got like tons of pictures that I didn't even drop from that event of like the fighters, Sam Watson, all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when I say I think both of y'all should do it, like I'm telling you, because you can control the narrative.
Yeah.
Yo, you gotta how did you get started doing it? Because I know you gotta I think certain places you gotta have a website and you gotta have something. I applied for credentials to the for the Tank fight. I didn't expect to get it. They said no, but I went to the fight, but they didn't give me credentials.
Right. So basically with the credentials, it's like hit or miss.
Oh, okay.
It's like hit or miss. And like take J-Rock for instance. I didn't get credentials for J-Rock, but Jamil did.
Mm-hmm.
And Jamil ended up talking to somebody from PBC, I think the day before the fight, and he got his media pass, but he got denied.
Yeah, I heard it's hard.
He called me. Like you said, he called me and told me he got denied. You know what I'm saying? But he talked to somebody and he got it like the day of the fight or the day before the fight. Because I was with him at the weigh-in. And he was like, he didn't know how he was going to get in. But I bought a ticket. I literally did all my work from the stands. But the stuff that I dropped, you would have thought I was in press row.
Yeah, you hustled, bro. It's gonna be better.
And yo, that's what I was saying though, because when you walking through the lobby or whatever, or the hotel at the MGM, for example, you see everybody, bro. So that's what I was thinking. Like, if I was in media, I could just pull my camera off, like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? You want to do an interview? Because I had like a 15-minute conversation with Chop Corley, bro, just chopping it up. You know what I'm saying?
Chop. Listen, Chop will give you.
Cool.
Chop is real cool. I got a whole interview with Jesse Hart before the Beterbiev fight, and I got to the weigh-in late. By the time I got there, it was done. Like, it was completely done. The only people that was in the building was Bob Arum, Jesse Hart, and a representative from Dante's Boxing Nation. So the dude from Dante's Boxing Nation was just like, he was like, yo, he's like, is that Jesse Hart over there? And I'm like, yeah. And he like, yo, go over there, go grab him. I'm like, yo, I said, you Dante's Boxing Nation, you got 100,000 subs. I said, you go get him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I said, you go get him. And the thing that's crazy, this is when I knew like the media stuff was crazy. So he grabbed Jesse Hart. He said, "Yo, can we get a quick interview?" Jesse Hart was like, "Bet." We ended up talking to him for like 20 minutes, and he was going. This is when he first mentioned Joe Smith. Like, I was literally the first person to put on YouTube that he wanted Joe Smith. You know what I'm saying? And the thing that's crazy is, you know, we both from Philly, so you know I'm talking my Philly shit with him, and Dante's Boxing Nation started asking him questions about Spence and Porter and all that. You could tell he was starting to get annoyed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So by the time we got done, the dude from Dante's Boxing Nation literally went downstairs to the lobby because it was at a hotel. He went downstairs to the lobby and released the whole interview on YouTube right then and there on the spot. No editing, no nothing. And it was because I had the interview with him. So he thought that I was gonna drop. He thought I was gonna drop the interview. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He thought I was gonna drop the interview, so he was trying to beat me to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I have an advantage on some of the media because I know everybody, bro. I be stopping everybody. Like I must have ran to you know, another cool guy I met was Lonnie B. Lonnell Thompson. Yo,
Oh yeah, he
that's a
cool.
cool ass dude. He's a cool ass dude.
Yeah.
Tony Harrison. I talked to him in the elevator, bro.
Yo, all of them, yo, bro.
They cool, yo.
All of them, yo. The majority of them dudes is mad cool. Majority of them dudes is mad cool, yo.
There's only one that I seen, yo, that I think is kind of unapproachable, and that's Anthony Darrell, bro, because he was coming around, he was putting his hoodie on, trying to go. He was walking the long way. I'm like, yo, where you going? Like, I'm not media, but I seen like Fred and Blue Blood was like right there. He has he put his hoodie on and he went the other way.
No, bro, to be honest with you, that's why. If they was there, that's why. And I'm gonna tell you why. And I don't have anything against those dudes. I got a lot of respect for them because when you get your platform to that type of level, you're doing something right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's all respect for them. But when it comes down to it, they're the ones that's always sticking the camera in your face. Them, Ellie Setback, all them dudes, like they always sticking the camera in your face. So when you see them coming, you like, man, I don't feel like talking to them today. Like, you know what I'm saying? So as media, like you have to build it where like they were like, oh, all right, I didn't see Jalik over here a couple times. I didn't see Dub over here a couple times. All right, the next time I see him, all right, I'm gonna give him a play. I'm gonna give him a look, and that look that they gonna give you is probably gonna be a look that nobody else got. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
I think y'all should. It'll just add a different element to your channel. Like y'all don't have to do it full time. I don't do it full time, but I talk to Jesse Hart wanted me to ride with him to the hospital when he went to go get his surgery, but COVID was going on and I couldn't do it. That's how much me and him. That's how much me and him talk.
Now let me ask you this, G5. You in the media, right?
Right.
If you was because you understand the relationship with the public, you need that. What can Crawford do to go to what can he do, bro? Like
nothing,
do, bro.
Like nothing. See, listen, Bud Crawford, he is who he is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he is who he is. And the thing with Bud is, you know, like he's not gonna change. But if you get him like, and there's no cameras around, he talk trash like you and me. It's just when he in the camera, he's just, you know, he basic. But if you got to think about it, Teofimo was basic. Danny Garcia is basic, but they had mouthpieces. They got the dads. You know what I'm saying? I just think Crawford never had that person that was like, yo, like I'm gonna talk for. But like if he had Bernie with him all the time, he'd be straight.
Bernie and his sister.
He'd be straight. Yeah, and his sister. Oh, he'd be straight. He'd be straight. He'd be straight. It's kind of like the dude to be around Devin Haney all the time.
Talking about Church.
Yeah, Church. Yeah, like Devin Haney don't talk like that.
Nah.
But Church do though, and his dad. You know what I'm saying? Floyd ain't really talked like that for a long time. His dad was doing a lot of the talking. His uncle was doing a lot of the talking. So it's not what Bud is doing is not a situation that's, you know, like never been seen before. You dig what I'm saying? Like, it's just he never had nobody to really talk up for him. But you know, Bud, he is who he is at this point. I just think you got to catch him in the right element. You might have to catch him while he's fishing or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To get him in his true, in his true element.
I think even though he like that, I don't think that should deter the fight from happening though. Like I don't think that's the
not
reason.
at all.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not
as dull as Bud is.
exactly. They both interviews is whack like that for real, to be honest. But I think a lot of people probably just because Bud, if let's say he's not selling himself or whatever, that should stop the fight from happening. Nah, because that don't really have like somebody selling a fight. That's a promoter issue. That's a fighter issue. If you're gonna get more money, that shouldn't be a fan issue because, like most fans, like myself, we just want to see the fight, bro. Like all the other stuff is cool. Like when they first met up and stuff like that, that shit was dope. But when I listened to the conversation, I was like, damn, yo, this fight not gonna happen for another 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So
the thing is, Bud did good numbers against Brook. Spence did good numbers against Mikey Garcia. Like, I mean, the people gonna watch.
yeah, we're gonna definitely.
Yeah, the people gonna watch. It don't matter how much them dudes don't talk. Like, people are gonna watch. Me personally, they need to take that to like Saudi Arabia or something and get the big bag.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when AJ made $80 million off of Ruiz too. Like, come on.
Yeah, if you get that big bag like that, 60-40 split won't mean nothing really. You know what I'm saying? But everybody eating.
Absolutely. That's the thing. Like, it's like these fighters are so afraid to take fights in different places. You know, you go to a place like Saudi Arabia just for that bag. I mean, they go out there, bro, they're making like 30-40 million a piece out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't gotta worry about nothing. You ain't gotta worry about nothing. Like, they so crazy out there, you can actually gamble on rounds during the fight.
Damn.
In the arena. They was doing that during the AJ fight.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, like, so it's a whole different monster over there. Like, they built the whole stadium just for them.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, they built the whole stadium just for them, man. Like, so hey Dub, I'm about to get up out this joint, man.
Oh yes, sir. Appreciate having you on, bro.
Hey,
Dropping
man,
that
I
out.
appreciate
You
man.
to your channel, man. Keep grinding, keep doing your thing, man.
Hey man, listen, I told you I already subscribed to you. Get with me on Twitter and all that. We'll talk about that whole J-Rock thing and all that. Dub, you doing your thing, bro, man. I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Appreciate you having me, bro. All
right, Jalik.
Yeah, so
bro. I'm about to get off too, bro. Watch the rest of this draft, man. You got anything? I appreciate you.
Having me on. Shout out to G5. Make sure y'all subscribe to him. L Dub. Yeah, and I'm just,
Man, that was some good ass shit right there, bro. I was learning some stuff, man. Listening to him talk about.
Yeah, because they can't say it. I try to read between the lines when Homeboy was on explaining how he left J-Rock, Breadman.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. All right, bro. I'll holler at you. I'm gonna hit you up behind the scenes too, bro.
All right,
man.